Okay, everybody, welcome back to Ridding the Rot. This is the session Whispers. And as we delve into this, what happened last time in Ridding the Rot, we had all of our characters participating in the festival, the name day festival for Raiden Coel, a mad prince of Elithkar, a friend of our little group here, and he decided he needed to reestablish his madman persona for the great wide world to see. And therefore, he set up this celebration of his name day to
There's a weird sound.
Yeah, it sounded like a buzzing or like a phone.
Oh, that might be the dryer then. I'll turn it off.
It sounds like Morse code.
Liz, do you have someone locked in your basement and they're trying to communicate to us?
Wait, is it
It all
from mine or
makes sense
from-
now.
Nathan, mute yourself. Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go turn it off.
We tried. We'll do it. We'll run it during a break time.
Better now?
Much.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So the name day celebration set up to prove Raiden's madness to the rest of the larger realm of Elithkar. And the theme that was chosen had been taken from some of our players here, which ended up incidentally being a theme that matched the play he was planning to run anyway. Oddly enough, so everything has now fallen into a theme of Dreamweavers at large. And within the play itself, we had different players, the Dreamweavers and the Night Terrors. The Night Terrors being these, within the play at least, the hunters that went after, who went after the Corey Coel, who this whole play was centered around, and Kanari played the role of within our play. That wasn't so much well received, but it was well acted. Everyone did incredibly well in their roles. Everyone remembered their parts perfectly, and everyone delivered them really in a wonderful way that would not necessarily be expected of this group, who is not necessarily a high charisma group whatsoever. So what a wonderful occasion. The crowd did not seem to enjoy it so much, but hey, that couldn't have been on you. Maybe it was just the screenplay itself, which Raiden himself wrote. So, as the
It's
play,
just bad taste.
yeah, they have bad.
They can't appreciate good art.
Exactly.
Some people can't. Some people just don't have the intellectual enlightenment to appreciate true art like that.
Exactly. And the animal pen in front of it probably didn't do the play any favors either, since the animals got the front row seats and the humans were kind of shunted to the side, unfortunately. But as the play went on, there were some different encounters that you guys had. Kanari had experienced another telepathic mind trying to push into her thoughts, her dreams, her mind and her memories, but she was able to push that voice out, or that those mental telepathic fingers away. But she could not find the source. She tried, she looked, and she rolled very high, but either they disappeared after doing so, or they were perhaps too far away for her to sense, or perhaps they just were a little bit more well hidden than she could find. So from there, we continued on. Zimmit had also gotten a wisdom saving throw. All of you guys had. And Zimmit himself did not notice something that had occurred to him, around him. We'll never know. We had Nemo, who failed a saving throw. We had the others as well. Who knows what happened with their saving throws, but Nemo definitely failed with a 5. And as we continued from there, Kanari is concerned about this. And later on, before no, we'll get to their last. Zimmit was accosted by a sister of his, Diana Greccio. She came after him, stabbing a knife, a little shiv in the back almost, as she started a conversation with her brother since she hasn't seen him for a while, and he has been waging a war against the Grecho family empire, crime empire, for a while now as the Pasticho. He seems to hate the family and blame his family for the death of his mother. As they have their conversation, he invites, or more so, entreats Canary to step alongside him and back him up as he has this interaction with his half-sister Diana and half-sister Eva, who was also invited to attend. We'll begin there, but before we get there, we also had Carhale's encounter. During the play itself, we had Carhale, who had ordered the Kalukigo Goliath to step down from the stage, a very aggressive move, but was able to kind of prove her mettle and get them to listen to her at the behest of Faunal, who needed her help in that moment. She was successful, but they seemed to also recognize her from your guys' previous encounter with them at the estate, the Aljaver estate auction. We'll see what consequences there be with them, but from there we also had Thea's encounter with Mary, and apparently a new companion of his, Fionn Yellen, another name that you guys know, another woman you guys had met back at the Aljaver estate, this auction, where she had been a participant from Kel, this Kellen highholder woman. Not quite yet a high holder. I don't know how much you guys knew about her context, actually, that we discussed, but she did have political power from what you guys knew, and Mary is apparently with her now, whatever that might mean. Canary overheard a conversation between them where Fionn had been leveraging her power over Mary within the relationship. Why or how this relationship came to be, you guys don't know yet. But we'll also probably approach that within this session. But we shall start with Zimmet. Now. Oh, and then one last thing too. Canary, right before Zimmet had accosted you and asked you to come along with him, you had heard a voice telepathically communicating with you in your mind that you should probably run. Not probably. He said you should run. You did not recognize the voice right out of the gate. And telepathic voices perhaps differ in actual sound than a normal physical voice. So it might be harder to tell. But nonetheless, we'll start with Zimmet here as we actually take a look into the past. Mr. Zimmet, where did you grow up? Do you happen to know? And if not, we can choose where.
Sorry, I don't. All I know is that I grew up in Alethkar. I don't know. I don't really know anything else.
Okay, no worries. We'll go ahead and give you a location now. And Zimmet, you grew up in... We'll go ahead and say... You actually grew up on the cliffs, on the side, the Jade Cliffs, near the Jade Ocean, where it was a human province, this area, also known by Vermont, which would make more sense as to why you would recognize the design of the handkerchief that was kind of a calling card left behind for Raoden, for the attack on Raoden's household earlier. You grew up on those Jade Cliffs, where they were able to fish as their main export, and your mother worked as a seamstress there. Your family had always been a little bit torn up since your father was who he was. Now, we take you there to the Jade Cliffs in a little city, a little seaport city. And we'll go ahead and name it Zoran. So in the town of Zoran, no, actually the town of Putam. In the town of Putam, this portside city, you were sitting down years ago. You were sitting down working within your mother's studio, within her tailoring studio, and you were working on one of her recent patron's tunics that had been destroyed. It's one of the High Prince's tunics, actually, within the city. She's become a little bit more well-renowned recently. And as you've been working on this tunic, you've never been very good. She'd been trying to teach you the trade, but it wasn't quite sticking as well. Your skills, your strengths lie in less dexterous arts than seamstress or sewing, I suppose, or tailoring. But go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to see how well you were doing on this tunic this day in your past, years ago.
14.
You say 14? Okay, it's going pretty well. Perhaps in the past you've ruined one or two tunics that you've been sent to work on, some pants maybe here and there. And she had pulled you back from working on some important items, but she seems to have trusted you more so recently. And this time it was for good reason. You're doing very well on this tunic, and you know that she's going to be proud of you when she gets back. She has been out all day on she had gone off to a larger meeting between merchants, actually. Within this area, they have the Patam gathering, where they gather near on the river or across the river, kind of uptown. This is where all the rich people live, all the richer merchants live. And she'd gone to this gathering to spread around her wares and to show off her skills, perhaps gain some new patrons within this group of merchants gathered, perhaps collect some fabric merchants as well for her business to grow it. As you've been working on it, you actually do come to a moment where the embroidery gets maybe more complicated and you prick yourself. The blood streams down your hand. But as you get up to go find a cloth to staunch the bleeding and trying not to get the blood on the tunic itself, you do hear a bang on the door, a boom, boom, boom on the wooden door of your mother's house.
What the? Not again. I'll get up and head to the door.
Okay. You get to the door, open it, swing it open, and you see a very frazzled Gelly on the other side. Gelly is one of your neighbors, someone you grew up next to. She's an older woman, more your mother's age and more your mother's friend than yours, but you grew up next to her, and she used to take care of you when you were a kid and too young to stay alone yourself. You're a later teenager, older teenager at this point.
Gelly as in like Gelly?
She's been running, yes.
Okay.
She looks like she's been running, and just her larger bosom kind of heaving a little bit. She's red in the face, ruddy in the face. The Patam, it's rushing, and snow melted, all swept away, collapsed. I'm so sorry.
What? Slow down. What?
And the bridge, gone.
He immediately books it. He just runs as soon as he heard that.
No, there's nothing left. And she turns, and as she follows after you, you immediately outstrip her. You run. You're young. She's not. And you take off as fast as you can to the river Putam. You know what she's referring to. There's a bridge that crosses the river. going toward the uptown, the richer side of the city. And your mother would have crossed that bridge on her way home from this gathering of merchants. You run. Go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Oh no, am I good? I don't think I'm good with that. I'm not.
Oh no.
9.
No. Okay, you run and you run, but there seems to be a crowd gathering as people that have heard of this are also running in the same direction. You're getting pressed by a crowd that's pushing you in that direction, but also hampering your ability to get there as fast as you can. As stressed and as frazzled as you are, it builds and builds as you don't see your mother's carriage coming from that side of town. She had hired a local hack. It wasn't her own carriage that she owned. You guys aren't that rich. Your father is, but you're not. And as you run, you just hear the last word she said to you, which was, that tunic's important to us. So work hard, and perhaps we'll make you a master of the trade yet. But it wasn't something meaningful. It wasn't you telling her that you loved her, cared about her, or vice versa. She had just left on a normal business trip, and you reach the side of the river and you see wreckage floating in the river down the Putam. It's spring, the snow is melted, and the water in the Putam has risen a few feet since, and it's still even then rising since it's the beginning of spring right now. You don't see anything that reflects your mother. You just see boxes, different wreckage of carriages that must have collapsed when this bridge did. And the bridge itself is gone. You can see part of the wood of the bridge jutting out from both sides, but all of it collapsed into the water. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you look frantically to see. You see some carriages and some wagons collected on the other side of the river, but there's no way to cross at this point, and you're hoping that maybe she's over there, but you look through the wreckage just to make sure first.
17.
As you look about the riverbank and you're looking at the wreckage floating down past you, see what looks to be a couple floating bodies in a distance, but you don't recognize them. You see, seems like a couple horses that have collapsed and probably drowned in the water as well, mostly sunken down to the bottom of the river. And as you start wading in deeper, you feel something pull at your feet, and you bend down and pull it up. It's this fabric that you pull up out of the water, waterlogged entirely, but you recognize this fabric. It's her headscarf. Something she designed for herself, and beautiful reds and purples.
He would immediately start looking around and then look down the river, and he'd run straight down river to see if he could try to find her.
Roll me a perception check, and this will determine how long you have to search throughout the night. The sun is about to start falling now, but I assume you'd stay looking until you found her.
I would not leave.
Mm-hmm. This river is very deep. The Putam is very wide.
8.
It's a lot to look through and a lot of river to walk. And 8, you stay out all night. And I think you pass out at the riverbank. You're not alone looking, as a side note. There's many townspeople within Putam that are looking for loved ones, looking for people that they knew, looking for their stuff if they had actually not crossed the bridge when it had collapsed. But as you look, you don't find anything more. You find your mother's scarf, and that's all you locate. And you hear tears. You hear people's sobs as they, alongside you, search for their people. But many people don't end up finding their loved ones. And they won't for weeks. The River Patam after this is netted and searched for weeks after this event. And even then, a lot of people aren't even found then. The river takes them down to the ocean, and some of them float away. But you assume your mother is among their number, but never found her.
Probably for a solid week, he would definitely just pitch a tent over there and just search all week. And basically till the point where he can no longer walk, is more or less crawling on all fours, and just different points throughout the week, just like screeching sob.
You stay there for days. You camp out on the bank, and you look and you look. You find bodies for other people, and you bring. You find a resolution for some. People are able to grieve their lost loved ones because of you finding them for them. But you never find yours, and you never find Isabella. She is the only thing on your mind for a long time, even as you start to starve or freeze from the elements as it's still cold coming off of the winter. You are of one mind focus, and that's always been your thing. You always had a very narrow focus whenever you got obsessed over something, and this is definitely something that deserves your obsession. But it isn't until you see familiar boots crunching on the gravel near the beach, near where you set up your little camp. You recognize those boots, and you hear your father's baritone, softer than you actually ever heard it, more sympathetic than you actually ever experienced from this man. He goes, "The Grechos have many enemies, and I'm sorry that you were brought into this, my son." And that perks your interest because everyone here mourned this terrible accident. Your father's boots crunch next to you. You don't look up. He crouches down next to you. "The Tarsis, the king's men, all of them have it out for me. And I believe the king's men might be at fault for this, my son."
He starts to slowly pick up his handkerchief, just what do you mean?
He kind of just sits down next to you, and he grabs a handful of the gravel, and you can't see him. You can't see his face through your own tears and strain, and it's been so long, but you have to keep looking. he turns to you and he goes, "My first wife, they killed her because she was something I loved, someone I loved. Perhaps they knew I loved your mother too."
So, you're telling me you might know who did this? That
I
it
have my
wasn't-
suspicions.
This wasn't some kind of accident.
I had my man look at it, look at the bridge, examine it truly. There was no reason it should have collapsed as it did. And it seems like the guard of this town were paid off. I shook some of them down myself. They are not looking into it. But you could.
He's bent over kind of on all four at this point, and palms opened as wide as possible. He just starts gripping the soil and just till his knuckles go straight white, and he stands up and looks his father dead in the eyes, and with probably the most seriousness he's ever probably seen in this fire he's never seen before. "I will do what you want. Let me kill them."
Your father stands with you, and he is still a head taller than you at this point in your life. His hand clasps your shoulder, tight, squeezes your shoulder, and he looks you in the eye as he says this. He goes, "We will find who did this together. We are family. We'll take care of each other." And he brings you into the fold of the Greccio family empire. And for the next few years, you do his bidding. You fight for him, kill for him, torture for him. And eventually, you learn the trade because he thinks you are the best choice for a successor in the Greccio family. Geraldo's an idiot. Diana's... he doesn't think she's strong enough. She hasn't suffered like you have, he tells you one time. Only those who suffer can be great leaders, he told you. Eva is too much of a child, and Luca is too soft-hearted. You are his choice. And as he starts teaching you the family business at the root, base level, accounting, books, bookkeeping, the weapon exchanges, the business deals, all those things, as you learn how the Greccio family has funded some of the war between Kel as the empire grew and other countries that they slowly absorbed over the years, as they funded different bandit groups, guerrilla groups around Elethkar and beyond, you became a master at the family and its business. And eventually he trusted you to do his books on your own. And as you went through backlogged books, making sure that none of his capos, none of his trusted allies had done him wrong in business dealings in the past, no cooking the books, so to speak, you actually find one transaction that confuses you. You find on a date that's 2 weeks before your mother's death, a transaction labeled merely. Most of these transactions have detailed notes involved. The amount of money that changed hands, and the explanation, who ran the operation, all the above. Very detailed notes. He was very serious about his bookkeeping, and you've learned the seriousness, but this note in his accounts merely has the word Putam for 10,000 gold. And that just sits very badly with you. And that's the thread that Zimmit pulls as he follows the trail back to his mother's killer. You come to the conclusion on your own. You have very little proof when you choose to believe the opposite of what your father said, because you still haven't found who was at fault within the King's Men or the Tiercy family. You still haven't found someone at fault, but you found this transaction. Years later, the Pasticcio meets with his sister Diana at a party for Prince Raoden. And she brings you to... She actually brings you within the hedge maze of the Nightmare Realm within the festival. The hedge maze itself is very winding, and she seems to lead you pretty clearly through it. Do you take Kanari with you? Yes. As you guys walk, how do you guys? Do you let them walk in front of you where you can see them? Do you walk side by side with them as well?
I'll have her follow behind, but I know that she can hear.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. That's all that really matters to me. So I want her to be able to hear the conversation no matter what.
Okay.
I won't let you be ambushed. We're good. I got you.
Good. Okay. Then she takes you deeper into the hedge maze. Yes, Kanari?
I just want to say, I don't remember last session if I said this or not, but I did alert the other party members of the voice in my head telling me to run. So be like, by the way, everybody, be on your guard. Something hinky might be going on. So I did tell at least, I think, Carly, Jenyen, and Shy or Nemo. I don't know. Whichever one Nathan's playing.
I think it was Nemo.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, amazing.
When did you say this? Because I think both had gone away from you at this point, right?
No, it was the mind link thing.
Mind link, yeah.
Your little mind link thing.
It would have been Nemo.
Okay.
I think Shy is out getting like snacks or something.
Okay, yeah. Probably Nemo then. Okay, cool. That's all.
So as you go deeper into the hedge maze, she takes a left, another left, a right, another right, another right, and then she walks you all the way down until you guys come to this dead end. That, oh, no. Actually, she takes a left after that and then just keeps going. You guys take another left until you come into a large clearing. This large clearing has a bunch of people dancing in it, actually. There's a haze of darkness here. Not that Kanari can see it, But Zimit, you see this haze of darkness of aurora-like lights shimmering over this dancing floor set within the hedge maze. You can see shadows that slink across the hedges and these small little lights that are casting these shadows. The shadows themselves have long legs creeping against the light here, and these spider shadows just drift along the sides, though there are no spiders in attendance. The dancers themselves seem to change partners, and it's a slow waltz. It's almost scarier than any dance you've ever been to, just because of how slow the music plays and the dancers move. But she leads you in. She goes, "A public place, brother. Within the dancers on the other side, we can be guaranteed that no one will care about us and what we speak. And you don't see your father in attendance." And that's pretty much what she wanted, to avoid an encounter with your father while she spoke.
On the other side, I want to try to have as much as I can my back to a wall type deal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So she pulls you over and you kind of center yourself against the hedge. It's not a solid wall. It's just a hedge, but it is something at your back that isn't her. Especially with the blood that's still sealing itself against, still clotting on your back from when she stabbed you earlier. Very big move there, or very common move within your family, obviously. But she brings along Ava, and Ava, she tries to say something to you. Do you answer to her?
No, not at all. I don't even give her the light of me gracing her with my presence type deal.
She tried to give you a very soft greeting, but with you just looking above her head and ignoring her, she's a full head shorter than you. She just gives up and backs off. And as you guys reach this slow spider's waltz, she just decides to join the dance. And she disappears into the small crowd of dancers here. And you can see that she's almost tugged into the flow of the music. As you guys listen to the music play, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw. As you guys stand on the edges, so will Diana and Eva, but Eva failed.
22, Becky.
Okay.
Not a natural 20, but a natural 19. Other.
Dirty 20 for me.
Okay. All of you guys are safe within the midst of the music. The music has this pull to it. You feel the urge to dance and to join the thrall of dancers here. But you shake it off, and you're all right. The conversation begins as Diana turns to you and goes, "What do you know of what happened to Isabella?"
No, this is something I really do not to talk about. However, will oblige. When I was first brought in to the fold, I was brought in at the very basics, and I learned everything very fast. So much so that, as you know, Father very much so liked it.
I know.
So jealous, aren't you? Still can't fill my shoes, even though I'm gone.
Roll me an insight check. She has a very dry look on her face, but you know her relatively well. Perhaps you can see past the mask.
I need to upgrade my wisdom. 15.
15. Okay. She doesn't seem well affected. Her eyes stay cold, and just a slight twist of her lips shows disdain, but that's all you can see on her face.
Ah, you're so easy to read. Anyways, but little do I know that my knack for doing things better than father ever could dream of catched up to him, and I found a account labeled Putam with a certain large amount of money to, but no details at all. And you know, father's not like that at all. He's nowhere close to being so few in detail.
You are correct. I understand your suspicion over this. And though I was not involved in whatever this happened, he did not trust me with these details. I will say that father has something he can still leverage over you.
Like what?
Your mother's body.
How?
I only know of this.
He kind of starts to walk away a little bit and
Brother,
turns around, comes back like up into, grabs her by like the front of her shirt and pulls her. Said, "What do you mean?"
brother, I will tell you more, but only if you unhand me.
Very
I did not have to come here with this information. I could have just followed Papa like a perfect daughter.
And do tell me, why did you bring it?
Because I'd like you out of his. I'd like him to give up on you.
Ah,
You think it's so funny.
when are you going to
You
learn?
never had to try for his attention. He always just gave it to you because you're a boy.
You really think that's the reason?
I know it is.
I really think so. You're that short-sighted, that closed off to the full knowledge of why he wants me over you to run the business? Really? Some people have to go through things in order to make themselves of something. When you're just handed things like you are on a silver platter, you don't learn things. You don't go through torment and agony as I have.
You think my life was so easy, do you?
Please.
I think you know very well. Growing up in this kind of family is no easy feat. As seen by Heraldo. 6 feet underground now. Nonetheless, I bring you this information not to help you so much as to help me. And I hope you can trust that, if not anything else I say.
Why don't I ask you this? Why do you intend to stay if you know the things that he's capable of?
Because his empire is that. And I want it.
And one person can
you.
destroy it.
Stop destroying it.
Hmm.
There's no use for me to win it if there is nothing left to win.
So maybe
So
you're
you
serving the wrong
attack the man
person.
who did this to your mother and leave what I will get from him when he's dead alone.
Have you maybe thought that you're probably serving the wrong person then?
What, you want me to serve you?
Have you seen? Have you seen what I am doing? One. He has an army. I'm one. I am the army.
I hope you understand that he's trying not to kill you. He wishes he could still bring you into the fold. He has not admitted to killing your mother. He hopes that he could prove himself innocent. So I am letting you know that he has one more weight of leverage that he can drop on your head whenever he feels like it. So that you can take her back and he will give up.
What if I have a deal for you then?
What deal do you have?
You bring me my mother's body, and it has to actually be hers. Or, sorry, not or. Backtrack. And I will stop what I'm doing to the Gretcho family business. In fact, so much so, I will become a ghost.
That is far too much to ask, but I can cut the deal. How about this? I tell you where he's keeping her. The greatest secret he has. You fetch her, get her back, and then you stop.
Oh, and
I won't ask anything of you now, but until you can get her, do as you wish. But once you have her, you leave the empire that is no longer his alone. I do not know where she is at this moment. I will get that information to you soon.
and how am I supposed to hear from you?
We have our ways. Perhaps the debtor we have here can deliver the message for us. I did recognize him. My father doesn't deal with the small things, but he does give the small things to me. I also heard that you had been speaking to him. Have a little friendship struck up. But just know that debtors don't live long when they have a debt with the Gretchos. Their families lives are even shorter, unfortunately.
And you,
I will get that information to you through him. He owes us, obviously.
what?
But
I'm
with her, you better stop, or I will stop you.
Am I
And
supposed
I
to
will not pull my punches like father has.
You've seen the people that he sent after me. It doesn't really feel like pulling of punches. And you think
Underestimate the man who created the Gretchen name.
and underestimate the one who's destroying it.
Kanari taps you on the shoulders a bit. She's like, I really hate to interrupt this like dick measuring contest we got going on here, but, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't stick around long enough with dead bodies to know, but dead bodies like decompose after a while, right? How long has your mother been dead?
That I could not say.
I'm just wondering if how do we know that the body's hers if it's like just bones?
Hold on. Yeah, it's been like 8-9 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guess she'd be just bones unless she's like magically preserved.
I would assume father
She's got a good point.
would have magically preserved her, but I could not say. I have not laid eyes on her yet. But I will. For the sake of saving my inheritance, I will do so.
One more thing before you go off and more than likely tell Dad the whole story of what's happened here, because I knew. Can I? Is there a possibility I can roll insight to see if she would do something if she would do that?
Do what?
If I feel like she has all that we're talking about, she's going to go and talk and tell my dad.
Oh. Roll me an insight check.
Can I also roll an insight check to see if
Yes,
she's
you
being
may.
honest, basically, about what she's telling us? I need better wisdom.
I'm so bad. I basically have to roll a natural 20 or it's nothing. 6.
I got an 18.
An 18. Okay, so as far as you can tell, Zimmet, she seems... First off, you said Zimmet, you said 6?
Yeah. 7 minus 1.
Okay. She is Stonewall. She has always had a great poker face from what you know. But honestly, you didn't interact with her so much during the time you were working side by side with your father. He did keep her at arm's distance, and so you understand her anger. So you actually you know her relatively well, but you don't know her inner thoughts. You've never had that kind of conversation with her. She seems the most open that she's ever been in this conversation right here. Kanari, you can tell that she hates Zimmet so much. But she does really want her father's empire. Completely honest there. And if she told your dad everything, if she told Dante everything that she just said here to him in this whole conversation, she would lose everything seemingly.
Well, I feel like she might
at least
leave out.
She doesn't seem like she's going to be going to Dante with anything. She's going to keep to herself all the way. Oh, side note, Kanari. At the mention, anytime the father's been mentioned, you've felt her heart pick up in rate and beat, and you've smelled like just the scent, what you associate with anger off of people when they're angry, just deeply. She seems to also hate her father. So as far as that would concern what Zimmet and you are trying to think toward, it doesn't seem like she's planning to out Zimmet.
Okay. One last thing. You know what he's done has not been the best. And if all this goes through, me and you not be enemies. Unless you decide to hurt my new family.
All right.
What if your new family hurts her?
That's perfectly fine. It's not. Hey, I just said me.
I will swear on my future empire that the Grecho family will never seek out the Espositos again.
Is there a way that we can make that swearing with a curse?
I would say you can definitely look into a magical binding contract.
Yeah.
You would have to find someone that could help you with that, but you could definitely look into it.
I know a crazy wizard.
Very true.
Okay. I'll let her know. I'll have an agreement written up for us. And so whenever you get word of my mother and where she's at, I'll send over the documents.
Very, very much a gradual move. I understand what father saw in you.
And
But
you
agreed.
can't.
Send the documents, and I will sign it. And she turns from you, steps towards the dancers, and one hand just shoots out into the throng, grabs a wrist, and yanks her sister back out. Come, Eva. And Eva kind of like pulled just askew, and she seems to, her eyes are a little bit unfocused and a little bit of ruddiness on her cheeks from the movement and the exercise. She goes, oh, but it's so, but she's dragged along.
Can I do one more thing?
What would you like to do? She is currently dragging her sister towards the exit of this area, of this little clearing within the hedge maze, back where you guys went. But it is up to you. What would you like to do?
As she's pulling him away, I'm going to go over to them. I'm not going to talk to, shoot, my brain just went out.
Eva?
No, that's the little one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to talk to the other one. I'm just going to get down on one knee. I'm going to take off the Gretcho ring I have. And I'm going to give it to
your little sister.
Yeah. And I'm going to give it to shoot, my brain can't do it.
Diana?
No.
Oh, Eva. Oh. Okay, so as she's being dragged away, Diana's facing away from you, but Eva sees you as she's still kind of looking at the crowd. But I was enjoying that. And it was so much fun. And she sees you kneeling down to her. Oh, see. Hi.
Take care of it. And he just gets up and turns around and walks away.
Okay. I will. And she picks it up. It does not fit in any of her fingers, but she seems to hold on to it very tightly, and you get the idea that she's not planning to lose that ring anytime soon. She waves at you just quietly as she's dragged away by her older, iron-willed sister. And you are left alone with Kanari and a large group of dancers. As you guys are here for a little bit longer, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
22.
Ooh, nice. No issue. The music is so far from your mind right now. You are not paying attention to it.
Why couldn't have I rolled that for insight? Come on.
I got a 24.
24. Yeah, you guys are solid. Solid. High rollers here. It wasn't even that high of a DC. It was a 12.
A 12.
A 12.
Well, Kanari, I'm sorry you had to hear all that. But I really just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting dragged away to him.
No, that's totally fair. I have seen very few people say so much and so little at the same time. But hey,
Kanari's not used to families.
she's like, are all siblings like that?
Very much so. It's really annoying.
Cool.
Well,
I'm glad I don't have any. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad you didn't get dragged off, but your mother's body, that sounds...
yeah, I really don't want to talk about it right now. I'm kind
good.
of,
I didn't want to talk about it either.
It's way
but
too
I was
much.
just trying to be nice.
I connected with you on that. You didn't have to say anything. I got you. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
Well,
Wait. I mean, do you want to dance?
I may be in a dress, but that does not mean I have lost all standards for who I am as a person. Okay.
It's been a long day. I'd really like to just get all that what just happened out of my mind for just a little bit. So if you don't want to, that's fine. I'll just
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. I want to see how convincing you are to her.
22.
22.
He's got the sad eyes, but you can't see them, but you can feel it.
You can
Yeah,
feel
you
them
can
in your
feel it.
head.
She's like, all right, I
What?
guess. Go ahead.
For the first time ever, it's not really, been that long. His mind thought shield just kind of comes down for a second. And you can actually go into his thoughts now.
I would say Kanari, telepathically, you just have a general sense of the minds around you. That's why you're able to just reach out at new minds, even though you might not feel them nearby that close necessarily, where you could sense them and their presence. But you definitely feel the lessening of pressure where his mind's at. There's always this blank space there almost where you can't reach out with your mind like you're so used to. And now you sense him all of a sudden with that third eye of yours, so to speak.
You can penetrate him now.
Amazing.
Bro, chill.
Yeah, right. She'll just
Nathan, no.
Yeah, she'll tentatively say something in your brain, and she'll just be like, I will give you one dance, but if I step on your foot, I'm not apologizing.
I didn't ask for an apology.
And
I just asked for I asked for a hand.
She's like, I have to give you
Have
the
you
hand. Is that how you dance?
Have you ever danced before?
No.
Well, here, let me show you. And I really hope.
Yep. I
really hope I roll well on this because I'm
Amazing. Let's go.
My last luck point.
You're using your last luck point, guys. The night has barely started, damn it.
We're saving it for the real important.
I don't
rolls.
really need the luck point on that. 21 for my performance.
21. Amazing. Kanari, as he starts, to an extent, I would say he does have to touch you for this. There's definitely a physical part to dancing where he starts to show you how the moves go, and he starts to push you to the rhythm of the music. So as he pushes you into the crowd, I would say part of you being able to learn as while blind would be moving with you and showing you how to do it in that way.
Simon, aren't you super short?
Yes.
Yes, you
Oh,
are.
is it gonna end up being like where the little kid is on their dad's toes?
More or less. I mean,
He's just
I'm
moving along.
5'10".
Amazing.
5'10".
Oh, 5'10's wait. Okay, never mind. It's not that bad.
It's yeah.
He's just a little guy.
Just a
I was
little
thinking
guy.
you were like halfling size.
and
Yeah.
she's so
No.
He's
That
6'9".
would be freaking hilarious.
I'm
though.
just-
She is wildly tall. So she sticks out in the crowd, and Kanari, you give me with such a high roll on his part. It's not a high DC for you to learn because your teacher is very good at what he's doing. He might be familiar with these dances because of his family and the functions that they are always invited to, being as powerful and well known as they are. But Kanari, give me a performance check with a lower DC.
I also have a 1d6 of inspiration you gave me last time. Can I give it to her?
Sure.
You're just
Yes.
giving me all. Oh, wow. That's really not a bad roll. Okay, that's an 18.
18
Plus
is-
the D6.
Plus the
Plus
I
the
rolled 1 on the D6 would make up for my
Aw.
-1. So
Ah,
naturally-
amazing. That is
She's
amazing.
like muttering the whole time. It's like just like sparring. It's just like a sparring
Yes.
partner. We're just sparring back and forth.
That is
That's
correct. It is just like that. It's actually, that's kind of how I learned.
And as he describes this version of a battle, so to speak, or just like a fight, how you give and take and you move with the person the way
Kata.
you match them, you mirror them. It's a give and take, like any fight always is. It comes naturally to you, Kanari. And I would say from here on, you will have an experience with dancing that will carry you through any other moment that you need dancing for. This Spider's Waltz, the music creeps slow, beautiful, enthralling. But neither of you are overtaken by the music like some of these dancers seem to be. And you guys become perhaps, maybe, even friends.
I wouldn't go that far. I can't, as we get done, I'm like, okay, we won't really speak of that. That can just be between me and you.
Oh yeah, if you told anybody, let's just say your family empire would be safe from any more threat of you. So don't
So
worry about it.
we just vow to like kill each other. Is that what we're?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And we'll go ahead and leave from you guys and move over to
That was
Miss.
amazing.
Best friends.
Very lovely. I love it. Oh, so cute. You guys also have like the drinking like exchange from before too. So this is so cute. Miss Thea. You go off in your own distance. Did you have a destination in mind? You saw Mary pulled away by another woman. You had tried to speak with him, but he'd given you a look of, bear with me, as he was pulled away. They went off in the direction of the Feast of Forgotten Flavors. It's a seating area where people could get their food, and the chefs were putting something together, very Fae-like food in theory, also within theme. Would you like to follow, or did you want to go find someone
Sorry.
else? I don't.
Real quick, didn't Shy pick the menu?
He did, yes.
I feel like Shy would have then, because he like feels like he's the one that's picking the menu, would be in the kitchen right now. Like, helping, quote unquote.
Helping.
And definitely not helping.
Okay, amazing. Shy in the kitchen. By the way, the food itself has been enchanted to have feelings of nostalgia for all the different foods that you can choose and eat. So I bet Shy would be involved in choosing the different feelings of nostalgia that the different foods give. But go ahead and give me a
sprinkle of this, a little sprinkle of that. Here, you have ex-mama issues. You have, you had 5 ex-lovers. Your kids hate you. Nostalgia.
He is all 3 of those.
just the emotions that are being infused into the foods and being handed out. People have varying reactions.
They're just crying over their meal. They're like, why am I crying?
You, Miss Thea, you do see them move over in the direction of tables that are set up and people who are eating, some of them with tears in their eyes, oddly enough. A very emotional group. Some of them with bright smiles, some of them laughing every bite that they take. But what do you wish to do right now?
I don't need to follow them. I cast clairvoyance.
Okay. So how close do you wish to keep? Do you wish to keep within sight of the feast, or would you wish to step away and be completely out of sight from their vision while you cast
Completely
this?
out of sight.
Okay. You know where you're casting
It's
it. so
got a
you can-
range of a mile.
Do you cast this ritually, or do you cast this with one of your spell slots? I believe it is a ritual possibility.
No, it is ritual. I'm gonna cast it with a spell slot because it otherwise takes 10 minutes.
Okay. You sit down. They sit down, collect their food. Shy, what do they end up feeling with some of their foods that are given to them? There's only 3 different specials that were prepared for this day, but the feelings can vary vastly, obviously. So it is part of your job to, it was kind of forced upon you by the chef. It was like, you did this, you made this bed, you will help fix it, but all silent judgment from his eyes as he sets you to work and then left to continue guiding the cooking process.
Like childlike glee from when they were experiencing the world for the first time, all the different smells and tastes and touches.
Aww. Okay. So Mary takes this food back to their table and they seem to start enjoying it. And as 10 minutes roll by at the beginning here, an invisible eye appears above their table. Actually, that is a good question. Would you like to see them or would you like to hear them? I believe you said hear, correct?
Just hear, but I can switch back and forth by an action. I'll let you know if I want to. I think she's just going to listen.
Okay. So as you listen to this conversation between them, it starts off very surface level. It delves into the traveling that they had recently. They had good weather as they came. They used some of their clerical ability to transport themselves across, and they made their path very quickly. They took a ship as well. It was a very fast trip. They're a little frazzled, even. Mary less so than Thea. But the conversation doesn't seem to delve into anything deep for a while. Go ahead and roll me an insight check, however.
Oh, my insight is amazing. That's still 16.
Wow. Okay. D6 is 16 is still good. So, as you listen to the conversation, Mary's responses are stilted, dry, very, very surface level, but also a little grating. Almost like he's gritting his teeth every other word that he speaks to her. She seems breezy and like she's forcing the conversation, but it doesn't sound like she minds that. She carries on, though he doesn't respond very often. She fills in the other side of the conversation very well, even then. Every time he kind of grunts in response, she goes, "Oh, you don't seem to like that, do you? Well, I love the blue colors that are so in right now. I think that's part of the reason that tall is coming back into vogue, you know?" And she goes, "At home, I really do have such a sway with the masses, with the fabrics I wear. I'm very glad the deal will be going through, because night silk hasn't really been all that popular down in the South recently. But, you know, if I start adding it to my classic wardrobe and people see me wearing it around, and I have a very handsome man adding to my image, of course people will start picking up on it." And he just kind of, just, yes, dear, you are completely right. And just kind of nods along with her as they go. Let's see. I'm going to roll for him. Ooh, very low. She seems to go quiet for a few seconds. And he does not say anything in the silence. It's very awkward for a good stretch of about 10 seconds, actually. And she goes, "You are not even trying, are you? I wanted a lovely, lovely supper between the two of us. But no, you couldn't even try that hard. Perhaps I should just end this now. Perhaps I should just go home." And she stands up and starts to walk away. He gets up. You hear the shuffling of feet, and you hear the screech of a chair being pushed out on the tile of this outer area, this food area set up. Very impromptu for the feast here, but Fionn, I am very sorry. I should have been more invested in what you're saying. I'm sorry I'm distracted. There's a lot of activities I'm interested in seeing, and I was just people watching, you know? And she goes, were you people watching or looking for someone specific? And he does not answer right away. Just people watching. And she will roll a deception check, and she will roll in contest. She goes, good. I wouldn't want to think I have competition, not like I should. And she goes and sits back down. But please, when I'm speaking, I would appreciate you to be more invested in what I'm saying. I care about what you have to say, Mary. And he goes, you know, I think I actually recognize someone over there. One moment. And he steps away from her. And she mumbles to herself a little bit, mutters under her breath, well? You always do have to work for it, don't you? But you can't hear where he goes off to. You can't see, actually, from here. She seems to stay in quietness for a little while. Do you hang around? I would say about 3 or 4 minutes pass. Of her just kind of silently eating, and she seems to enjoy the food, though.
I am going to
take my regards to the chef. This is very wonderful fare.
I am gonna duck towards the maze. I've got a mile on holding this spell, so I can go pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over towards the maze.
Okay, roll me a perception check, Thea, and at a certain point, you will hear this, but I believe you would see it first if you roll well before you hear it.
Nope. I'm trying to remember what my perception is. I rolled a 2, but so that's an 11.
Oh, okay. Well, I would say as you're moving through the crowd, you do not see this, but as you get to the edge of the hedge maze and you get to that doorway that Kanari and Zimit had gone through perhaps 30 minutes ago, you hear a voice, multiple voices that you're familiar with, very specifically. Very odd encounter, but I'd like to introduce both of you to Fionn Dielen. It's wonderful to see you both here. Why did you guys come? And you hear, well, I was invited by my daughter. Do you know where she is right now? I've been looking, and I don't see her through the crowd. And she's going to roll her perception check.
I'm so scared.
Actually, that's her right there. Are you here with her too? Did she invite you? Of course she did. You guys are friends. We should go greet her together.
This is my worst nightmare.
And she turns, and you hear just immediate shift on the ground as you hear him strike to attention, like strike up his legs, tense up his posture to attention as his boots click, and you know exactly what he did because that's the sound you recognize. And you feel once she says it, you tense up and bring yourself to attention too, but then you shake it off because she's not talking to you. Ridiculous. You don't hear your father speaking until right then. Oh dear, feel we should wait until she comes to us. Perhaps she's got business going on. And she just barrels through. You don't hear any response from her. She marches away. Thea, you have the feeling that there's a beeline coming for you.
I
at the
am going
head.
to.
You could duck in if you wish to.
No, this is inevitable. I take 2 drinks off a nearby table and I down them both.
Okay. The nearby table that you're at, actually, it's some tables that were set up next to the cloud step relay. And you see a bunch of people kind of taking their chances, jumping between these magical, almost looking clouds. And all of them landing on these wobbly, soft clouds. They're more like pillows than something solid. And you can see a bunch of people just collapsing to the ground, falling, slamming down. And a little announcer's voice, the person running the game, goes, "Oh, great shot, but no cigar. Okay, we would like to try again." But you guys are just kind of adjacent to this relay as it's happening, as you see a woman with a mission marching in your direction. She's got these very curly, dark brown ringlets, kind of clenched, pulled back, and you know that they are curled because they're clenched back in this very tight ponytail that's more reminiscent of the bun she normally keeps it in. But since this is more of a relaxed event, she has let out 2 ringlets on the side of her ears. It's pulled back into this tight steel bun, though. Apart from that, you know that that is as relaxed as she has ever held her hair. It's perhaps a little bit dramatic, even then. She's getting older and relaxed.
It's the slut strands.
She's got the pulled back bun. She's wearing a full military uniform that is similar to the one you wear currently. She does not have freckles. You got that from your father, who you see behind, walking more sedately alongside someone else you were just eavesdropping on.
Oh,
Merrick is looking at you with, it's hard to see from this distance. He's much farther back because she is right on top of you. She goes, "Althea, Tuli, I would
Mother.
give you a rank, but you no longer have one."
Mother, father, you look well. I trust your trip was smooth.
Why wouldn't it be?
I'm well too. You remember Lieutenant Lekal?
Daughter, what are you doing here, and why are you not home?
Well, you know, the Alethi excel in wines. The prince has a great selection available. Excuse me, Lieutenant, I will find you later so you can finish telling me about that commendation. Honor guide you. And tries to pull the parents along with her away from him.
Wait, away from whom?
Away from Mary.
Okay, so your father is catching up. He's separated a little bit from Mary, who's taking up the rear and is now looking back over her shoulder. And Fiona the Ellen seems to be drifting much slower than everyone else. Your father is now arrived at your side. He goes, comes in for a hug, actually, immediately. He doesn't say anything.
Oh.
He wraps you up, and he's a little bit shorter than your mom. Your mother stands very tall. You did not get her taller genes either. But you did get his freckles and perhaps even more of his personality. But that was always up in the air, actually, who you were more like. But he wraps you up and says, "It's good to see you. And I'm glad she's okay, because that's all we could ask for. Our daughter is her own person." And turns and goes, trying, you can see his natural kind of peacemaker posture that's set up, something that wouldn't make your mom more mad, and something that's almost half in front of you in a sense. And she goes, "Do not defend her. No letter home. No contact. For how long is it now? That is not the daughter I trained. Unprofessional. Unhonorable. How dare you? We raised you." And she gets closer, and your father steps up, and then, "Honey, darling, calm down, and perhaps we can talk about this. Let's get lunch. I'm not hungry." He turns to you. "Are you hungry? I could go for something. I could go for one of those salad bowls, whatever they are."
I could go for a drink, actually.
That sounds wonderful. That sounds
He's
perfect.
Shy carrying a little tray over in the corner, like,
Yes, we'll take one. Odd servers that they have here. Okay.
he just quickly comes over and goes, "Oh, hi, Thea's friends," hands him off, and then phew.
Let's get a table, and let's include our friend, Mary. It's good to see you, son. He goes over there and does clap him on the back, and he goes, "You invited someone from your past? No one else? I don't see any of the other squad members here." Yeah, I think it's just me today. Maybe everyone else was busy.
Yeah, you know how Soul is a busy guy. I believe Merrick was on a date. I would hate to interrupt that.
Oh, yes. I definitely appreciate the sympathy. Perhaps we should...
she's there.
She's just arrived. She kind of walked up slowly, but she hears the tail end of you saying that. She goes, "Perhaps we should get back, Mary dear." Actually, we can sit down. And he looks at you and your mom, and we can definitely get something. We were already getting some food, so you can sit with us at our table. You roll me a persuasion check with your face.
No, please no. I rolled a 2, so an 11.
Oh boy.
That
Let's
die is going away.
go.
It rolled 2 2s in a row. It is going away.
Big dubs.
Yeah, that's fine. This is
Okay.
fine.
So he definitely does not ignores your face, sees it, but ignores it. And he just kind of does what he's done in the past, and actually is more reminiscent of what Sai used to do, where he would impose himself between you and your mom whenever there was a tiff. Anytime you did something she didn't approve of, he would always douse the fire as well as he could. And she seemed to love him. And every time he would step in, it normally softened any kind of tirade she might have been on for you. And punishments. So mixed feelings that Mary's now taking on that role. But you guys
On our way over, I'm gonna offer my hand to Dylan. We haven't been properly introduced. Captain Althea Thule of the Honor Guard. Retired
from your mom nearby. But beyond Dylan, pleasure to make your acquaintance. It is so wonderful to see people with hard work in their blood. And she shakes your hand, and just the weathering of such great strength on your hands. Thank you for your service to your country.
I'm just so glad that Mary's getting the chance to be with someone so mature. I forget how young I am sometimes until I'm blown away by the wisdom and the acumen of those with more experience like you.
So, how was your guys' trip up here? From Mary, as you guys move past. There's actually a booth where someone's trying to like wave at you guys. It's a young halfling. He's actually one of the groundskeepers, door, and he's trying to wave you guys down. And threads of fate, a couple gold, just a couple gold, threads of fate. Are you interested? You look like you would love a thread of fate. Looks at someone else. I think you, sir, could use a thread of fate. He runs over to Merrick and ties a little thread around his finger, and it seems to this little golden thread. And he goes, "This is one of our threads of love. It will drift in the direction of someone you care about. So keep that on, and it'll find you your truly fated one eventually." 2 gold. And Mary's, I didn't ask for this. And Fionn goes, "Oh, that's so cute. Give me one. I would love one." And kind of gets drawn into Door's little booth here, where you see a lot of magical little shimmering threads sitting along a table in different colors. And he goes, "Oh, I have many options, but looking at you, I would say perhaps a thread of portent is what I call it." And he pulls up a purple thread and he goes, "This will allow you to know when something dangerous is coming your way. It will drift in the direction of anywhere that you should not go. So definitely listen to this thread just in case." And she goes, "Oh, that's not as fun as the other one, but okay. All right, what was it, 4 gold? I'll pay for him." And passes some gold over, and Mary just kind of, I think that's our table over there. And kind of just ushers everybody over, and you guys take your seats. Shy moving past with some food that he brought out for you guys, as he had known you were coming to sit down. And he lays multiple plates of different things. What kind of emotions do you sprinkle into their food, Shy Sprout?
For her bestest friends, I sprinkle in
Maybe some chill for her mom. That would be appreciated.
I sprinkle in like as much childhood as well as I can, but like older, like middle school, high school. So to her, it is traumatic. And her parents. But to Shy, it's like,
for Thea, that's literally like 3 years ago.
That is true.
She's like 21. 20 or 21 at best.
I didn't realize she was that young.
She's a baby. The first time she popped up in the campaign, she was 18.
Yeah, he is just like, it's all just like fanfare emotions.
What does that mean? Fanfare emotions?
Like jubilance and exultation.
Oh, okay. Very interesting, different emotions being spread in there. And as the family eats, it does seem to calm the strain on your mother's brow, and the vein that's been standing out on her neck also blends back in with her skin. But as you guys eat, your father fills most of the conversation, and Mary almost nervously adding to it. So very, very frantic seems his conversation as well. Your mother's quiet, and Fionn touches on the conversation now and then. Her little response is great on you every time she says something. But Mary turns to you and goes, and she's been working hard at everything she's been up to recently, working for some different noble houses, right?
Yeah, been doing some investigative work for the prince recently. He's volatile, too friendly, but not a bad name to utilize when I need to pass through the province.
He's an arcanist, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Pagan arcanist? After what? How could you do this? What would people think if they heard my daughter here working for an arcane mage?
I'm fairly certain that Arcanist Gold spends just the same as a priest, ma'am.
The father, but I'm glad you have a job. And I'm glad you're working so hard at it. It's looks good on you. You look weather-worn, but seems like you're eating okay. And he actually does give you a look up and down. He's saying it, but he doesn't seem to quite believe himself. And he goes, actually, he does push another plate of food in your direction.
I'm doing well. Lieutenant Lakal was just telling me about his commendation for exposing some corrupt officials in relation to the Aljaver family. It was
On a drink.
Excellent work.
Yes, I went undercover and rooted out the criminals on the stage. Oh, I did hear about that. Well done, Lieutenant. Climbing up in the world. Do you plan to continue up in the military or something else? He goes,
he's continuing up something.
He little kick under the table hit your shin, and the
wait.
table-
Actually, I have no idea who that was.
Roll me an insight check.
I genuinely have no idea. Insight would be.
He does continue though, and
22.
I have been chosen by my father to possibly be ambassador between Tal and Kel if the border's open. We'll see what happens, and and all of them kind of just nod along. Everyone's very well aware of the state of things currently. What was your roll?
Yeah. 22.
22. Okay. That kick was definitely from Mary, who is sitting one person away from you currently, but he did aim accurately, get that shin real fast. He doesn't even look in your direction, but you see his lips just twitch just tiniest amount. He always had to tell. You could always tell in poker. But it does seem like things might change for the better, New thoughts coming up, and it might be that what your daughter's doing isn't problematic anymore. We'll believe it when it happens. I highly doubt anything's going to be changing in Tal anytime soon. And I prefer my daughter's
wedding.
I'm sorry, what? And your father, a wedding? Our wedding? Something happening? Oh, Mr. Mary, are you two? Actually, we are having a wedding very soon. He hasn't quite proposed yet, but we're keeping it on the quieter end, just so that people don't get too excited too quickly. You know how it is. You don't want to make it a whole big, I guess, hullabaloo. Mary goes, yeah, we're keeping it quiet. Well, wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys have found young true love. How'd you guys meet? Oh, funny story. And she goes into a whole long story that sounds entirely made up. Entirely. And
Thea finishes about 3 drinks throughout.
Mm-hmm. And your mother is glaring holes into you the entire meal. She ends up standing at one point, shoving the chair away from the table, and looks at you, points, curls the finger, and walks away. I'd like to do something with my daughter, one-on-one, if that's all right with everyone here. Thank you. She looks in the direction that she pointed, sees a random set of tables with lanterns sitting on them and some that are floating upwards. It's coming into darkness about now. some of the lanterns floating upwards, and she goes, "We'll make a lantern together. Let's go. Althea, with me." And she walks. Your father, "Perhaps you should just go get it over with.
Yeah. Thanks.
It'll be easier after. Just let it roll off your back like normal."
Why do you think I've been drinking?
Why do you think I have? And he drinks the whiskey that he's had, the 4 fingers of whiskey down to the dregs and slams it on the table. Good luck. You'll need it.
She does shoot a look at Merrick. She can be kind of a nightmare sometimes. And she's trying to convey the nightmare maze. Yes. Let's go.
Wait. The nightmare what?
The maze, the nightmare section.
Okay. Sorry. I thought the double entendre being his girlfriend.
That's what I thought. I was like, she's poking fun at Theon.
Yes, and
triple
that.
entendre. Got it.
Entendre.
He will roll an insight check on you.
Mm-hmm. Can I roll persuasion to determine his DC?
He rolled very high. You're fine.
Oh,
this
okay.
is if he had rolled lower, I would have, but he gets all 3 levels and chokes on a bite of food that was giving him the feeling of romance and love, and chokes on it and spits it back out again. That was rank. That was foul. Pushes that aside. Sorry, my bad. Bad manners. And gives you a little nod as he's doing so.
I go off. This is fine.
Mm-hmm. You walk over to a set of tables. You see multiple different lanterns set up on top of it. And it looks like there's a bit of... There's this one little flame that's set up on a candle that's glowing this bluish purple flicker. Roll me a Arcana check really quick. The lanterns seem to be set alight. This candle and this flame that looks off from a normal flame. 12. Yeah, that's enough to know that.
Or can I do religion?
This is more familiar to you as fairy fire. You've used this in the past, and you're familiar with this magical flame that glows in a way that is all unnatural. And as the lanterns are set alight, they shouldn't necessarily fly because fairy fire doesn't have heat, but somehow they float up. And the person running this little setup, you vaguely recognize from town. Some of the townspeople were wrangled for this party. You don't know their name, but she turns to you and goes, "Oh, well, you guys, family. I can see the resemblance right away. Would you like 2 different lanterns or 1 lantern? You can put a wish for your family into it as you send it up into the sky, or perhaps a wish for individually yourselves. Which one would you prefer?" And she goes, "Individual. 2 now." And right away, ma'am. Right away. And scurries to grab a couple lanterns for you guys.
Are you sure? It's arcane.
She turns to you. "This is my compromise. I use an arcane lantern, and you tell me what you're really doing here and what you've really been doing this whole time you've been gone."
Compromise? I didn't know you knew what those were.
Your father's explained what it means.
Yeah.
And your father is wrong. You've not been eating well, and you do not look well.
Thank you. You are the 3rd person to tell me that in the last hour. I have gotten the picture. Thank you.
Then take care of yourself. You can't function at your best if you're destroying your body.
I'm always at my best. Because guess who trained me?
if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, people get hurt. Roll me an insight check.
$25.
Oh my goodness. She could not be more transparent. And you know her way too well. And you know that was a very low punch to the diaphragm. And she definitely blames you for Sai's death. The echo of her words, just not the same words that she actually spoke aloud. All you hear is, you made a mistake and your brother paid for it.
Lanterns, right?
Oh, here are the lanterns for both of you. I chose a lighter green and a rosy pink for you, ma'am. Passes the green to you, Thea. Matches your eyes. And then passes the lighter pink to your mother, who also has green eyes. But she goes, this matches your sparkling personality. And full irony in her smile. You can see this townsperson had fully overheard the conversation you guys had. Not very quiet, was it? But she steps away and gives you almost a sympathetic eye as she steps.
It's just Shy in another hat.
But you do hear her explanation as she drifts away, and you're partially paying attention because you're looking at your mom. But she goes, just whisper whatever wish you have into the lantern, and if it'll come true, the lantern will float.
All right, we got to do that now.
Your mother kind of holds the lantern and just looks at you. So what have you been doing recently? Where are you? Where can I make sure that you're not getting yourself killed?
Well, I've been around in Eralt. Mostly around smaller towns. Some in Kel, some in Alethkar. Investigative work, you know.
And you've been doing well for yourself, making yourself more renowned. I haven't heard of you back in the capital.
Well, I'm known for nothing if not my discretion. Hence why I'm working for a High Prince of Alethkar and not your cousin down the road.
All right. Although our cousin is very well renowned, so that would not be dishonored. Nonetheless, I'm glad you're doing well for yourself in the vocation you chose. And I'd appreciate if you kept us up to date on where and when you are coming and going, because apparently you were back in the city recently. And we didn't hear anything from you.
The city was kind of on fire.
I noticed.
So I was doing a little bit of, helping people. That's what I do now.
Good. And I will say, it reached ears that our daughter saved lives. But I will level with you. And she goes into a restful stance. Parade rest. Hands behind her back. Resting her shoulders. Still stiff neck. Soon, there may be some changes in the city, and therefore, perhaps I can accept whatever it is you're doing here, even if it was out of order. I appreciate order. But your father understands that some things have to be out of order for them to work.
Permission to speak freely?
Permission granted.
The vote next week. How are you voting?
There's a good minute of lanterns that just drift and bob in front of you guys. She doesn't answer. But she does bend down, lift the little lantern in her hands, and say loud enough that you can hear it, and you know that she's very conscious of that fact. Let the vote pass. And she holds out a hand. And the lantern does not float off her hand. Her eyes look to you. How much veracity do you think sits in a carnival game like this?
Let's find out. She'll whisper the same thing into her lantern and try to let it float.
Yours does not lift. It sits in your hand, and both of you guys lock eyes of the same mind in the first time for years. Years. She goes, then perhaps we have to give it a little push. And she throws it up. She throws it, and as it flies through the air a little bit higher and knocks some of the lanterns out of its way, just the bruntness of her throw, reflective of the woman entirely, but it ends kind of higher up and a little bit off to the side of where the lanterns are floating entirely. But it holds. And it begins to struggle. And you can see it's like one of those balloons that are losing its helium, and it's kind of floating, but it's more so sinking. And it tries to buoy itself up again, and it keeps sinking down. And she goes, then I guess we'll need to help it a little more. She turns to you. Are you going to return home? Maybe you can make a difference.
I would like to. If the vote passes, I suppose I wouldn't be needed anymore.
All right.
Can you be honest with me? For Sai's sake.
At the name, her posture sags just the smallest bit. And she nods.
Do you think it'll pass?
You know me better than that. I don't hope. I make it happen.
Which is why I'm asking you. Are you making it happen? Or does it need a push?
Let me see. She's going to roll her own history. And she goes, your mom always plays herself as all-knowing, always with the best option in mind. Anytime you guys looked to your mother, she always had an answer for you. And in this moment, she hesitates. And you don't see that often. She goes, I don't know. And it grates as it comes out of her mouth. But I can give it a push worthy of the Thule name. For size sake. And she marches back to the table.
What if I could give it a push?
She stops, turns, full marching stiffness. Gives you an appraising look. Are you putting yourself at risk?
Yeah.
And she goes,
Sorry, your opinion won't stop me. This is a professional courtesy.
then I believe you should do as you will. I am no longer your commanding officer. And she gives you a look. Roll me an insight check as she turns away and marches back to the table.
Dirty 20.
The look she gives you is probably the closest thing to size face he would make. Almost like a, whatever you gotta do. If it brings you to Shishan and back, do it.
Can I ask one thing of you then?
You kind of have to run and keep up with her as she's marching. But she turns her head, cocks her head in your direction. She seems to be listening.
If Lieutenant Lacal tries to do something stupid, don't let him.
She slows down enough to actually match your gait here. She goes, "You don't like her, do you?" And there's a little smirk on her mouth.
Ma'am, he doesn't like her. I think I've got that covered. What I mean is, whenever I get home, keep him from interfering.
She gives you a bit of a squinted eye, but she nods. Consider it done.
Thank you.
And you seem to have piqued her interest as well, because she does care about the kid. He's a friend of the family's. He was kind of in your household all the time, so she thinks of him as a son. You assume. She's never said that, but you assume she loves you, but she's never said it.
And I'll let you know if my plan on the other note doesn't work. Actually, I think you'd know if that. I think you'll know whether or not that works.
She grating chuckle, but she gives you one more look. Let's enjoy dinner. Eat more. And she goes and sits back down. And the conversation continues, and some silences here and there, stilted conversation. When you returned, Mary was having a long, an active conversation with your dad. He seems to enjoy your family pretty well. Even your mother, he seems to know how to talk to, how to negotiate conversation along with, and that only comes from practice, really. And he's had a lot of it, being part of your family, give or take, throughout the years you guys were at the Forge. And I would say it's not terrible, but roll me a d20.
Is that a 1 or no? That's the 20. It's got a little dragon on it. I couldn't tell if it was the 1 or the 20. It's the 20.
It's It's actually good. You didn't expect for a reunion like this to be positive, but it is, and it just strikes you. Mary fits in a way you forgot. It's been a long time, and he hasn't seen your family since, and you kind of miss them. Even your mom's brash, horrid manner, but your dad's warmth. There's someone missing at the table, but it's not bad. And you even feel a bit of the homesickness that you forgot was there ebb away. And you enjoy your afternoon. The party goes on, and it's going to continue into the next night, but the night is long, and the party continues into the night. There's drink being passed around. People are celebrating. Raiden, nowhere in sight as a side note. You don't know where he's at. But you hear, as the night falls entirely and the sun is gone, the sound of buzzing in the distance, actually. Kanari, you and Zimit exit the hedge maze around the same time here as the sun is fully fallen. And the dance you guys had together was enjoyable. Kanari, you even had maybe a little bit of fun, but you would never admit it. And as you guys come out, you also hear the sound of buzzing. Nemo, what would you have been up to for this past hour, give or take, 2 hours here of the sun coming down?
It's a good question. Probably just drinking and
becoming a part of the festivities.
not that far. Whoa, that's a little too much. But I mean, if people talk to him, he would talk back, and he would be cordial, keeping an eye on him.
idea.
As Nemo
Trying to
can be.
Yes, trying to. This is his first real gathering since everything went down. So, trying to acclimate to human and to bipedal behavior.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. No. First, a persuasion check. As you're interacting with the party at large and party goers, different individuals here and there, and then I will say this will determine how much information you gather from just being a part of the festivities at large.
So that is a 20. 26.
26. Very, very high. You are slow on acclimating at first, and it's almost grating, the pleasantries that you almost forgotten in a past life, it feels. But they come to you. It's like writing arcane fundamental equations, except you never were good at those, and you're good at this. So as you kind of delve into the crowd and the conversations, you learn a lot about this place, different people, different groups, and everything. You learn a lot. You learn about a set of sisters who are planning to murder their father's consort. Her name's Ingaretta. You know exactly where they're going to do this because one of the sisters ends up dropping this information to you at one point just because she thinks you're so cute and handsome, and she flirts with you the whole way and seems taken by the end of it. you notice different characters in the crowd as they seem to know something that you notice that there's different people wearing these outfits that are matching the costumes of the night terrors that Thea had portrayed on the stage. It seems like some of the costumes were passed out to people if they wanted to wear themed nature clothing per realm, because different people were assigned where to sleep, which are within different realms. And some of these people that are dressed as the night terrors with their antlers, their obsidian masks, are seem to flow together in a way that's altogether interesting to you. They move about the crowd separately, and yet they seem to move as one. It's odd. Aside from that, though, you notice you overhear apparently the Sourberry family has it out for the Vama family. You overhear that the Prince Alad has a new beau, and there's a bit of a love triangle between him and another princess of another group of the Dalem family. Saritha Willamist apparently is someone he's been convincing is worth her attention. Convincing is that he is worth her attention. You overhear that apparently the Vama family thinks that Raoden is a threat to them and was at fault for sending a threat towards Raoden. And it's not altogether unexpected if there's another encounter to be had between the Princess Lunette and Raoden. There might be some bad blood there that Raoden didn't mention. You overhear the dwarf, Thanal. He proposed to someone in the crowd, and his wife came around, whacking him, her beard jostling as she's yelling at him, and he just kind of takes it as expected, and the encounter passes by. You see this conversation, you overhear some of this conversation, and even people noticing the family Tuli as Talon individuals, which would not normally be coming to a party like this. And you notice this along with everyone else as the buzzing begins. By the way, Nemo, I owe you a secret. You notice one other thing, and I'll let you know after I describe this. I'll be typing it out for you, probably after the break. But you guys all hear this buzzing as Kanari and Z exit the hedge maze. Karhale after... Oh, what has Karhale been up to? We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
Simple summary: push-up contest with Princess Asila.
Oh, amazing! Amazing. Actually, roll me a quick athletics check. We'll get that right now.
Yeah, I think they both end up having at least two people like sitting on their backs to weigh them down further.
Amazing.
So I think she's got at least like Jaskier and Give, and then Atsila's got like two of the druids.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Amazing.
Hoo. Athletics check, Karhale.
You are currently in the human realm, by the way, Karhale. There was definitely some contest of strength going on there, and it was the perfect mode of competition for you and Atsila.
24.
Amazing.
No rage. Just straight.
Person after person of the Alethi people fall off the gate. They slam into the ground after a couple hundred push-ups. Some of them drop a couple more, one more hundred of push-ups. Someone else drops. But you and Atsila keep going. And eventually one more 100. She drops at a dirty 20. And you keep going and beat her in a push-up contest. You keep going for a while, though. It's kind of rubbing it in her face, and she's kind of growling at you with this animalistic snarl on her face. But it's all good, all in good fun, and your guys' night is going well. You also notice this as this passes through all 3 realms, but you overhear the buzzing, and it's unnerving to you. Everybody go ahead and roll me perception checks.
17.
17.
What in the alternate reality?
What?
Carhale got, for perception, a dirty 20. And Thea only got a 13.
Okay. Dirty 20, a 13. Nemo, what you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Shy's within the kitchen, so I don't think he'll overhear this. Kanari?
I got a 28.
28. Okay. 8. Then Miss Kanari, the first thing you recognize from the buzzing, you know that sound.
Oh no.
It's the sound of moths. It's the sound of a swarm of fluttering moths' wings. It's unnerving. Carhale recognizes it too because you're more familiar with nature at large. And it makes the hairs on the backs of your guys' necks stand on end. But then you see it. Not Kanari, but everyone else does. Mr. Daniel, will you please describe your character?
Dan!
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing?
I was expecting him to pop up on screen.
I know,
and then
just-
you just
Just the slow scoot in.
Mr. Daniel, so everyone, you guys see this small figure wreathed in black. Actually, Mr. Daniel, you go ahead and describe, but you guys see the buzzing and you see little insects flying around his head, but a majority of them swarming within a brass and bone lantern. But you may continue, Mr. Daniel.
Shrouded in layered robes of black and silver gray, the moth seer moves with a weightless grace, as though the air itself parts to let him through. No inch of his skin is visible. His hands are wrapped in dark linen, his posture bowed beneath the quiet burden of unseen visions. His face is forever hidden behind a mask, carved in the image of a giant moth, its antennae curling like question marks. Its eye holes, nothing more than narrow slits that glimmer faintly with reflected lantern light. In one hand, he carries a lantern of brass and bone, its glass panes clouded by age and dust. Inside, a swarm of moths circles endlessly, their pale wings whispering against the glass with a sound like dry paper. Wherever he walks, a few flutter free. They orbit him as though tethered by invisible threads, dimly glowing with otherworldly light. When a traveler seeks to know their future, the mothseer gives no words of comfort. He gestures instead to a wooden coffin, simple but lined with black silk. As the client lies within,
you don't have to go there yet, but they do see you from a distance. And as you walk through, and you're trying to draw people to your tent, go ahead and let us know what they hear from you, from your smaller stature.
Okay. Ah, travelers, the road clings to you like cobwebs. I can see the dust of many choices on your boots. Do you ever wonder what path the dust will lead you to next, whether it ends in gold or graves? The wings know, they always know. The children see what eyes cannot. They trace the warmth of your future in the air. For a coin and a breath of courage, you may lie within my coffin and let them tell your story.
I'm good.
Katie.
And you guys hear the moth seer here as he walks about the realms. He lets everyone know, and he kind of repeats this phrase as he continues, as he goes, drawing in different individuals who have piqued interest and scaring away those who are not brave enough to get closer, really. And he starts kind of a small trail of patrons as they start to follow him. Some of them egging each other on, like, you do it. No, 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 you do it. You do it. But he seems to have a following as he makes his way back to the nightmare realm within the hedge maze. Yeah. But with that, let's go ahead and take a break. And we'll come back to these after that.
Man, sorry Dan
Cool,
had to
cool.
sit through all of the drama.
See you, Dan.
See ya.
Dude, that went like about as good as it could have.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I did not expect it to go that well. I would say.
Yeah,
it's
no.
fair.
It was, yeah.
You
That could have been a lot worse.
would like her.
Huh?
You see why I thought Nori would love her.
It's fair, honestly. I think she would at least respect her in some way.
No. General Tuli and Kanari Tai would get along swimmingly.
Kanari is a chaos gremlin in her own right, but in a way that probably your mother would be okay with.
I think you guys just both have. Kanari doesn't have nonsense.
Well, that's fair. That's true. No
And
nonsense.
I feel like Devana Tuli does not like nonsense.
Get along.
Wow. I would like to know to Izzy, because she's probably the only one that cares. Both of her parents are generals.
Both of them are generals?
Both of them.
That's hilarious, actually.
And so was her brother.
Oof. And you're a captain?
Well, yeah,
Man.
she was only 18 when she left the military.
Low end of the totem pole there. That sucks, doesn't
No,
it?
it's fair. I'm just saying, like, your mother had great
Excuse
hope for you.
she outranked Mary at least.
Mm-hmm. Her and her brother had a bit of an upstart because of their family and the legacy that they
Right.
had.
Nepo babies.
They're nepo babies.
No,
for
they're
real.
they're not legacy hires. They're nepo babies.
This is so cute.
So is it time for
why-
oh good.
Go ahead. Is it time for?
For Nemo and Kanari to get up to some some shenanigans.
I agree. So,
I'm so interested in whatever Dan's got going on. So all right.
shall.
Oh yeah. You guys see me speaking behind my hand the whole night?
I did not actually. I was not looking
I
at you.
literally did not notice once.
And usually
Random screen turn off.
Honey, I didn't notice this either, Nathan. I thought you guys were-
My camera was off so much for the first 2
Okay, I
hours.
did notice that, but I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
That is really funny. Okay,
My tea
so
is not warm. I'm going to reheat it, but I can still hear.
all good. We come back in and we open with the Moth Whisperer passing us by, returning into the hedge maze with a group of individuals who wish to know what the moths say about their futures, about what may come. And for the rest of you, you have an entire festival to traverse, to visit, possibly. And for Kanari, you have a concern that plagues your mind. A voice that spoke to you, perhaps it was just in your head, but you know the things that are in your head normally have a problematic nature to them and a more physical origination.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to be up to as you guys go about the festival? We'll start with Nemo because we haven't really seen you too much.
Poor Nemo.
Poor Nemo, but I would say he regroups with everyone. Kanari, you and Zimit regroup with Thea, and don't see Karhali nearby as you guys are within more the dream realm adjacent to the nightmare realm at the moment. And Karhali is kind of far about, but you do see Thea at a distance, and you see Nemo chatting with some people. He sees you, Thea. I'd say you also see the people that you're friends with, as your parents probably are getting up to head off to wherever they've been set up to stay recently. They actually let you know that they've been assigned to the human realm, the mortal realm, to sleep for the evening, which you know because you've been seeing around is up in the trees. So it makes you wonder how well your mother will take being set up in a tree house for slumber. But she slept in worse places, so she probably won't complain.
She will do a very quick introduction and accost Kanari to introduce her to her parents specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Like, however long that however long Kanari will allow that interaction to last.
You introduce, the father tries to give Kanari a handshake, holds out his hand, and then realizes that she's blind, and then goes, "Oh,
She's just messing with you. She can sense your presence. Kanari, where are your manners?"
I don't do handshakes. It's nothing personal.
I can respect other people's culture. Should I bow?
If that would make you feel better.
It would. He bowed.
He was gonna come up behind her and clasp her on the shoulder and say, "She actually does like this like headbutt thing. It's really weird. Like you're supposed to initiate and headbutt her as hard as you can, and she'll return. It's how they greet each other."
I would never do such a thing to a civilian.
It's disrespectful if you don't.
It is so disrespectful to her culture. Why would you not?
You know what? I should be more open to cultural norms that are different from my own. You're right.
I'm not a civilian. Well,
he hesitates, but he steps forward. He gets in your space, and he's about to take a whack at you with his hand.
She just stands there and kind of just like, okay, go ahead.
As he goes in for it, a hand clasps his shoulder and yanks him back and goes, "We don't need to stir up problems between nations."
Problem?
Who's stirring?
Nations?
Got a problem. Yeah, I'm a nation.
Are you? It's hard to place. She's going to do a history check.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
She goes, "I do not know of where you hail, but I wish you honor."
Oh, you're one of those. Yeah, honor
do
and
hear
all that.
Yeah, like stifling a cackle.
She and by those, what exactly do you mean? Kanari, Ty.
Oh, we're using my full name. How wonderful.
Yeah,
Right.
you should use her full name too. It's General Thule.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Respect is won by Titus.
Or if you wanted to speak to both of them, the Generals Thule, plural.
In
Or
her
by
culture,
headbutt.
respect is
Or by headbutt.
She pulls her husband back, who's trying to accommodate, but she goes, "No. Talons do not look ridiculous because others say they should."
Now that I agree with you on. We are strong-minded and in a lot of other ways, I suppose.
We
What?
do not wear garb from our home.
This was a present.
It's her girlfriend's. You might see her wearing around in a very like similar pattern. Very tall Goliath woman, a Goliath-ish. She looks a little shaitan, very spiky, scary lady. You can ignore the Talon kid that's around with her. It's nothing of no consequence. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Your father, I'm so sorry. I should go. You know what? Have a great night. Eat more, Thea.
That is exactly what I was hoping.
He'll stick out
Thank
his
you,
hand.
Kanari.
I'm confused. Does she not like people
He
having
grabs
presents?
and like gives a solid handshake. It's a little harder for your softer hands.
Wait. Who
Never
did
seen
you-
Ty.
It's good to meet you.
Yes.
Nemazine Tao.
And as he shakes, he'll turn to the woman and go, "Kellen," and spit at her feet.
She's already walked away. Are you spitting in her direction?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. He goes, he kind of sees it, drops the hand, cocks ahead, and there's a bit of like general coldness that comes into his demeanor and goes, "You would do well to show more respect to your betters." And he'll walk away as well.
Ooh.
Oh, I was doing this at his wife, but
Yeah.
if you got that,
Yeah, but he's gonna be mad.
Well, obviously, yeah.
It's definitely his wife, but
Yeah, he was saying your betters as in his wife.
Mm-hmm. But he does walk away. He doesn't make it a whole stink. And he gives Thea a look of like, "These are your friends? Question mark. Bad impression." He walks away.
Like, just to Nemo, she gives like a.
But what are you guys all up to? There's different things that you guys can peruse, different encounters. But within the list of things that you guys have seen passing through, we've already seen some of the lanterns here. We've already seen some of the threads booth. We've already seen some of the food booth. There's also a dueling grounds that Miss Carhale had suggested from the past. There's also a fortune teller that we've seen walk through. We also have a mirror garden, which is nearby within the dream realm, and a set of drums that you guys see here echoing in the distance, but still kind of nearby. So the drums coming from perhaps behind you guys, where you guys are standing now. Let's see. The Nightmare Realm has a lot of attractions as well. There's a Whisper Market. There's a game you guys can play with a prize involved, a potion prize involved. The candle game that takes you through the maze.
Can we
And you have to
gamble
get to
money
the
on
other
it?
side. You also have the ink spilled tent, where a scribe apparently does something with ink, but you guys don't know very, very much about what that is. And then a House of Hollow Faces that has been set up within the maze, somewhere within the maze. You guys have to kind of hunt it down. Then you have, let's see, there's a bake-off, a test of truth and ale within the human realm. This is all within the human realm. The dueling stage we already talked about. And then there's some shows that are going on in the human realm as well.
Truth and ale sounds like fun.
Yeah, I think Carhale would definitely be interested in that.
Amazing. Amazing. And Nemo, anything that you would like to visit?
I'm clearly I've had a bit too much to drink throughout the night, but I'll be sloshing my drink, and I did see this creep walking around, and I really want to see Kanari go in that casket.
That's
You want me
kinky.
to go in a casket?
Yeah, you didn't hear?
No, I mean I did.
The Mothman, yeah.
But
I
why?
totally heard the Mothman.
What is the purpose of like going to a casket?
I don't know. I feel like it just fits your aesthetic.
What about caskets? I mean, I do kill a lot of people, but that doesn't mean
No,
me.
no. I'm with Pretty Boy here. I totally agree.
Kanori and death. Definitely her aesthetic.
Sure, Nemo. If that's you saying you want to go check it out, I'll go with you.
Maybe because it's dark inside the coffin and you're blind. I don't see it.
Yeah, that was
Neither does she.
Oh!
you're
Here's
so
my
right.
bingo
Yeah.
card.
Dang. If only we had the bingo cards out.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we'll have that soon. But okay, so Truth and Ale did it. Truth and Ale, Thea.
Carhale.
Oh, Carhale.
What did you say?
Thea's-
It was in the maze? You
Thea's
said it
got
was
enough going on.
Something?
Oh, Thea goes off with her parents then.
She goes sneaks
don't know
on
what-
Marion. What's her face?
I
more.
don't know. I don't know what she's doing as of right now. But
Mary,
she's got enough going on.
Will have gotten up when your parents got up to head off to the human realm and go to sleep and everything. They will have gotten up. They'd heard about a romantic activity to do together. To go to the to go to the Oneric painter and get some paintings of themselves.
In that case, Thea's going to find Give to get him to screw with them.
Okay, perfect.
Because Give owes her a favor for something, probably.
Probably. Okay, so then with that, we'll go ahead.
He would enjoy it.
He obviously enjoys messing with people. Any opportunity he's given, he will take and run with. But we'll go ahead and go with the Zimmet and Karhale, correct? Going to the Truth and Ale. We'll start there.
Perfect, because I don't think they've spoken like at all.
So Thea goes off.
We died together.
Zimmet and Karhale go off to Truth and Ale. And then Nemo and Kanari go off to the hedge maze, correct?
What was the thing in the hedge maze you said? The masked, what was it?
Hollow faces.
The House of Hollow Faces. There is also the spider
name.
But you had already encountered that, the spider wall. There's also a game that pertains to going through the maze and getting on the other side successfully that includes a candle involved. It's a candle game. And that's a little booth that's set up at the front of the hedge maze. And you've been hearing about them publicizing it. Would you like a candle? Would you like a candle? Participate in the candle game. But you ignore them the couple times that you've come in and out. So you could participate in that. And you do get a potion prize, is what they say. A potion prize.
What is the candle for?
Well, if you take the candle throughout the whole maze and don't get it blown out, you win a prize.
Is it have black wax and there's a little fox near it?
There is black wax, incidentally, but no fox.
No what?
It doesn't matter. He's making light of something sad.
Oh.
And whatever.
Maybe later. Maybe later. Nemo, where are we going?
You lead the way.
You said that, so you said the moth guy is in here along with the hollow faces thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in both of those. So you may continue with Zimmet and Karhale, but I am interested in going to that other thing as well. It sounds interesting.
Perfecto. Okay, so cool.
Jenyan, by the way. I'm not gonna let the poor guy be wandering alone for forever. So
where is Jenyan?
I don't know. Zimmet dragged me off into a corner and danced with me. I mean,
I did not. That is not how that worked. But okay. That's
he already
crazy.
doesn't like you, I don't think. So it's fine. We'll just.
I did not drag you. I mentally linked with you to let you know.
We're not telling anyone about it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. True. Okay. So I have Miss Kanari and Nemo entering the maze, but we'll go to Karhale and Zimmet as you guys find the Truth and Ale competition. And you guys go into the human realm, kind of looking around for it. You guys have to climb up a rope ladder to get up to the first landing. All of this has been put together a little last minute, but everything stands very sturdy. The construction that went so quickly was masterful, so it doesn't seem unnervingly unsound for Karhale, who has a bit of heft to her very genasi nature, her rock-like nature, and Zimmet himself wouldn't have been concerned whatsoever. But Karhale, when you land and you're like, okay, solid beneath my feet, we're good. As you guys continue looking for the Truth and Ale game. You guys ask around a bit on some of these rope bridges that go across from tree to tree. And you eventually find it about 4 or 5 rope bridges crossed in. You guys can see the dueling grounds, which is this setup of tall logs that are stuck into the ground like posts. And these posts rise up into the ground. There's about 16 of them all lined up in this square shape. And it seems like the duels themselves are being held on these stumps, like on top of the stumps. So each individual fighting and battling here jumps between stumps. And you guys see this as you guys walk past it towards where this setup is. Now you guys get to the stand where a little bit of a bar has been set up right next to the dueling grounds. And you see a lot of people getting their drinks and going and leaning on some of the rope bridges that surround the dueling posts here. And you guys come up to it asking about the Truth and Ale game. The guy who's running it is someone from down in town, and he seems to be selling some of their local beers, their local drafts. And he lets you know that, well, the prince has included a bit of the truth magic into the mix here. Nothing normally selling, mind you, but for this party, we do have something like it. So, you take this mug, drink it down, and the truth magic will do its work. Now, you need to try not to let it get you, you know? Gotta give these questions to each other. And try not to spill your own beans, you know, or spill the ale, so to speak. So give it your best shot. And we'll see. I have a group coming together about 5 minutes from now. If you guys just wait around, you'll be ready for the next round. I have about 20 individuals, and I'll know if you told the truth, because the magic itself will have this haze of blue around your mouth when you speak. So, I'll know. It'll last for a while, though, so just keep that in mind. You'll have to sign right here and right here. He passes some papers. You may spill secrets to your family. You may spill secrets to your lover, but you cannot blame me or my ale.
How long exactly will this last after we drink it?
Not sure. We've only had one round so far, and none of them have come back. Not to say it's not great ale. They just had other things to do. A lot of stuff to do at this party. Are you in or are you out?
Are you as concerned as I am for this?
Yes, but I want to find out so badly what this is.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
F it, we ball.
That must be a more Alethi saying, but sure. F it, we ball.
If you're the only one to keep the lies in your mouth, you also get a prized full bottle of my local beer. My local beer.
I am so sold. I am so sold on this. Let's go. I'm definitely going to win. No offense to you, but you are small and weak. And I could outdrink you any day.
You weren't there. That's right.
That's right.
See, you should talk to Kanari and Thea and see who lasted the longest last time.
Are you trying to get me to dislike you? Are you trying to rub in that you got my friends to drink with you when they would never drink with me? Are you trying to rub it in? Are you trying to get your face caved in?
I think it's a challenge.
2 gold right there. Slams 2 mugs on the table. Slides the paper.
3.
Do need a
Jeskier's doing it. Jeskier is being required to do this.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so he's been dragged along. Jaskier goes, I don't know if I could stick around for this long. This seems like it's going to go a long time. No, by no means. This goes quick. This goes so quick, and the ale makes it go quicker, if you know what I mean. So, slides 3 mugs forward for you guys. Jaskier begrudgingly signs a name on the dotted line here, and he slides the paper over to Z and slides the paper to Carhale, hands you guys just an oil pencil, and you guys have to scratch it out. And he looks at you as he has his hand on the mugs.
I signed Nemo's name.
He goes, pulls it back. Amazing. How about this one? Young lass looks up at you.
Sorry, what?
Are you going to sign your name?
Oh, Yes. She'll sign it, but in Goliath.
That'll do. Pulls it back, stuffs it into, crumbles it up, and actually stuffs it into his apron pocket. And he just pulls up the mugs, slides them forward, and
That looks a lot like my filing system.
bangs a mug on the bar itself, wooden, bangs it, and it clomps, and you see a few individuals pulling themselves away from the duel that's happening currently. Some Goliath actually going at it from the Kalukigo tribe. Not two that you recognize, however. They're probably part of the entourage, not the main players here. But as they all gather, you guys start the little competition. So go ahead and roll me some Constitution saving throws as you guys start to drink it. I'm going to roll for how good it tastes, the local brew. Oh, this is probably the best local beer you've tried ever. A lot of these local are hit or miss, but this is a hit.
16.
A 16? Amazing. Okay. Miss Carhale?
22.
A 22 is very perfect. Okay, so the first question that he asks you, I'd like to know what's one of your biggest regrets? Let's go straight to the heart of things. And one guy perks up and he goes, well, I told my first love that I was not a fan of her mother. It was the wrong thing to say in that moment. And you see this bluish haze right around his mouth. And you know he failed within the first few sips of the beer and the magic. And he goes, Shishan. Oh, well, this is good. Thank you. And he steps away from the circle. The next person goes, I am a dragon secretly in disguise, and I've been traveling around looking for people to eat. And all of them kind of laugh and clap along a little bit. And he gives a wink to the crowd at large. The next person is going to be you, Zimit. So as you speak, what would be... Oh, that wasn't the answer to the question, actually. I got lost in the minutia. The guy goes, and my biggest regret would be not telling the truth to my family. They still think I'm just a normal human. And that's what his answer is. But on to Z. Z, what is your biggest regret? You failed right away.
16 failed! Oh my gosh! Oh man. Not being there for my mom.
And Carhali, you can see this bluish haze around his mouth as he speaks. It's almost like there's steam coming out of his mouth, but it's this bluish light. It continues to the next person. She goes, I probably should have tried harder when I was in the academy. Next person. Some people failing and some people succeeding, most of them failing until it's you and the man who had the dragon story, Carhale, left. Carhale, what do you say? You are not compelled to speak truth here, but you see Zimit's bluish haze coming out of his mouth.
She leans down to Jaskier. I'm not certain I understand the game. Am I supposed to try to lie?
Yeah, you're supposed to try to lie, I guess.
Okay. My biggest regret would be...
Zimit, by the way, you are drunk right away.
It's 16. That's crazy.
Hard ale.
That's crazy. Charisma saving throw. Please.
My biggest regret would be... I think this one herbalist shop I went to in Tal. I found something there and I just can't seem to get rid of it.
Jaskier rolls his eyes, and it passes to him. And he goes, and you see as he speaks this bluish haze coming out of his mouth. And he's like a little bit lighter on his feet as it's finally sinking in. It goes straight to his head, and he goes, I regret not being there when you died. And everyone just kind of looks at him in confusion because they're like, but she's alive. And everyone just kind of thinks maybe the bluish haze is a fluke, or maybe he's crazy. I'll give him a look, and he just kind of rolls his eyes and backs out of the circle. More like only 2 people now. Karhale, you guys have to drink down another round and go ahead and take another drink and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
21.
21. Okay. Both of you guys are asked a question, and both of you guys are successful in lying. He has no blue haze. Let's go again. This guy, he's not a very big guy, but he does seem to be enjoying the drink. He seems maybe a little familiar with it. And he's giving you a bit of a appraising look as you guys down the rest of it. And the barkeep, he goes, amazing. Okay, go one more time. Everyone knocked out right away, and these 2 holding on. So go ahead.
I was kind of hoping for more of a competition, you know? 22 again.
Okay, he got a dirty 20. So you're both fine still. I think this calls for a thicker brew for you. And he goes behind, juggles some things around. You hear some pouring sounds, and 2 more mugs slammed on the counter for you. And he goes, I haven't been selling this one to anyone as of yet. A little strong for normal drinkers, so give it your best shot. I keep these for my Goliath patrons. And go ahead and take a new sip and a new Constitution saving throw.
I only got an 18.
Okay. Well, he gets a 10. So he definitely fails. He drinks it down about maybe 2 chugs too many, and immediately just wobbles on his feet, almost passes out, and topples over the side of the platform down to the ground far below. But the barkeep grabs him by the collar, yanks him back. Whoa there, not too far. That could have killed you, and then I didn't have that on the waiver. Okay, and looks up at you appraisingly, and you're feeling it. You feel that buzz coming on, and maybe 1 more chug would get you, but you're okay for now.
I'm gonna finish the other guys.
You said 18, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, you are drunk.
Oh, never mind then.
But you're not so badly gotten like the other guy. You take a stumble, and you are woozy. And you're probably more drunk than you have been for a long time, unfortunately. But the question this time is, who is your favorite parent? Let's get the hard truths out of here. And the other man goes, I don't have any parents. And throws up over the side.
That's
and a bluish haze coming out of his mouth.
Well, I've only got 1 living one, so probably that one.
And you hear Jaskier just kind of booing the answer in the background. Boo! Boo! As he's kind of swaying towards the side of the tree trunk of this little treehouse platform.
Do you want me to say my dad was my favorite?
And he goes, it doesn't matter. We should go get down from this far up. It's probably not best for me right now. Why did you want me to do this?
I thought with the, military background, you'd be able to hold your liquor a little bit better.
I thought so too. I haven't. Ugh. Ugh. And was going to continue, but he kind of like flops over the side of the little rope bridge railing here, and he just kind of holds on.
You good? You good, Zimmet?
Zimmet, you are fully drunk and feeling it. You took that a little too fast, and somehow you were doing fine with the Dream Maker, but this was a lot.
Ooh, this is a doozy. This is it. This is man, this is good stuff. Thea.
Mr. Hale and Mr. Zimmet, you guys are
I'm
going
Carhale.
Call Thea.
No, Carhale. Thea is small and Talon and weak and tiny.
That's like exactly where you are. And he goes down and like taps your kneecap.
Right. Okay. I'm going to wait like 10 minutes to sober up a little, and then she's going to take both guys and just haul them both over her shoulders. And
Carly, go ahead and since you had such a high roll, go ahead and give me a sober up check of a Constitution check.
Oh yeah,
Constitution
oh my
check.
goodness, 22.
Oh, amazing! That was a check, not a saving throw, correct?
Oh, 18.
18, still great. So you do sober up after a few minutes. You guys watch another duel pass by, and though these boys are not sobering up, you are fine. Zimmet, you are definitely still drunk and won't be able to shake that off until later.
Yeah. She'll throw both of them over her shoulders and take them wherever they're supposed to be.
Holly, give me a perception check.
Ooh. No.
You're still a little too drunk to notice as it passes you by. Okay, so from there, we go to Kanari and Nemo as they enter. Nice. As you guys go inside, you do not take up the little candle guy maker on his candles, but you guys do enter. And you tell me, you start walking down a path, and it's straight off for a while. You take a couple turns that don't have other options until finally you come to a split where you can either continue going forward and around a corner, or you can take a right away. Would you like to keep going and turn a corner, or take a right away?
Just aimlessly going or walking, or
So as you guys enter the hedge maze, it takes you a while before there's any turns that have a split.
Yeah.
Choose left or right. Right now, though, you come to a split where you can keep walking straight or take this turn. So there's two turns ahead of you, two rights. Do you take the first or the second?
Where and
I would say Nemo hasn't ventured in yet. Kanari might be more familiar, though, with the walk to the spider waltz. So if you'd like to roll me a history check, Kanari, you may, for remembering your path.
I got a 14.
14? That's pretty good. You know this turn is the first one, and that'll keep you going towards the spider walk. You're not sure what the next one might take you to, but you do know that this one is the one Diana took.
Okay. She'll give it her best shot. I mean, she'll be like, yeah, I guess we can go this way. I don't know. I can't see nothing.
You are kind of following the same footsteps path that you remember from before, and you take this turn and you keep walking. Nemo, do you wish to change that choice or keep following Kanari?
I just follow her.
Okay. So then you guys come to a continued path again, or two lefts, first or second left. Miss Kanari, I would say here you remember the first left is the one that took you to the spider waltz, and there's another left up ahead, and then after that you do not remember, with only a 14.
Your other left. Second one.
Yeah, don't know.
Okay, so Nemo, you said the second one?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. You guys go up, you come to a dead end.
Are we
And
trying to find the spider waltz? Is that what?
Well, you're trying to find, I believe you were trying to find the House of Hollow Faces
Sure.
or the Moth Whisperer, correct?
Was that past the spider waltz or something? Do we know that?
You're not sure. You only have gone into the hedge maze as deep as the spider waltz so far.
Well, I can get us to the spider waltz. Well, I mean, unless you say Canary doesn't, I suppose that's fair because she didn't remember. Isabel remembers all the turns to the spider waltz.
But you do know that this turn, so you take this next turn since the other one led to a dead end, and you continue forward. It does take you to a little bridge that you guys had walked across before that continues straight into the spider waltz. Do you continue? The small bridge does lift you up above the rest of the maze. And Nemo, since you can see, go ahead and roll me investigation check to examine your surroundings as you are lifted up above the maze a little bit through this bridge. And that'll determine how well you know the maze for going back down into it.
13.
13? Okay. You're a little familiar, not that familiar. You guys continue forward, and Canary, you lead him to a small opening that goes into the spider waltz. And you hear the music playing. And from here, you're not quite close enough for Nemo to have to roll a wisdom saving throw, but you guys could enter. Do you guys enter? You also have two other options. You can go right or left. Straight takes you to the spider's waltz.
Is this where you had wanted to go, or where?
This is the only place she'd been. She doesn't really know where else we're trying to go. She doesn't know where the thing is that we're looking for.
Nemo, go ahead and roll me go ahead and roll me an investigation check and the DC will be according to how well you rolled your investigation check on the deck. What'd you say?
5.
Okay, you have no idea where to go from here in context of what you guys are looking for.
I would say just by math, we should take a right here, right? Because we've taken 2 lefts. If we take another one, we're just kind of doing a big old
loop. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Okay, so you take a right.
Mm-hmm.
This is so interesting. Okay, so you take a right. You come to another split in the path. You can go left or right.
Nemo is lost, and so is David.
You should just choose left or right, and we'll see where you end up.
Left.
Okay. You go left. You come to another split in the path, left or right. You walk along. It's a little bit of a longer stretch. You seem to be on the other side of the hedge maze here. And you see that the path that goes left has another split right away. And it goes deeper towards the front of the estate. So it's going south in that direction. The path that goes right is going back towards the front of the maze that you guys entered from. So left would take you deeper into the maze. Right would take you back in the direction you came from.
So getting through the maze gets us to where we're going, or is it the center of the maze?
The maze is the setting where all the booths are. So all the encounters that are within the nightmare realm are within the hedge maze.
So we're trying to get deeper into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Left is fine then, yeah.
Okay. So you have left, and you have the option to continue straight or right or left. Roll me a investigation check here, as you're starting to maybe recognize the general directions you're going.
11.
11? Okay, I would say because you're close enough to it, you can Kanari definitely can hear the spider waltz from nearby, and Nemo, you can too. So you know that the spider waltz is towards your left direction, and it might this turn might take you back there. Straight ahead continues deeper south, deeper into the maze, and left takes you kind of perpendicular from the entrance.
Right.
Okay, so you continue right, and you actually take another left, and then another left, and it loops you around back to where you began, which is this T intersection here, or this full crossroads, actually. So your options are back towards the spider realm, back where you came, or straight ahead.
So we're at the start of the maze again?
No. You're at the crossroads that you just chose right on. The right choice.
Oh, loops around then. So left goes spider maze?
Yep. That's what you guess based on the sounds. You can
We've
hear
already-
the here.
Did
So
we go through the spider maze?
You don't. Miss Canary does know that there's two options leaving the spider maze. There were 3 entrances into it. One of which is probably this one, this left, and one of which is the one she took to get there in the first place, and then another third one that you're not familiar with.
I'm gonna say something really quick. So I'm gonna switch over to my phone. Apparently, the Aurora Borealis is visible in Colorado right now, and I've wanted to see them my whole life. So I'm gonna switch over to my phone and keep going. But I want to drive over and see them because I don't know how long they're gonna be there. So I'm gonna switch over to my phone. Just because that never happens down here. So I'm gonna switch over my phone. Sorry. Hopefully that's okay.
So you're driving away?
I'll just take a right.
Can you hear me though?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Then I am going to drive over there, but I'm going to keep going with the session. I wanted to see them my whole life, and they're visible right now. So
That's super cool.
I'd be really, really sad if I didn't go see them. So
Got you. I do understand. Okay, Nemo, you go right. Okay, so in this context, are you taking the path you just took that looped you around? Such minutia. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and just say that. Do you want to go to the maze, to the spider waltz, or do you want to continue on a path you haven't taken? Those are your two options, right? You know that one takes you to a loop, and you know the place you just came from. Do you wish to go forward to new unknown territory or to the spider waltz from what you expect?
Well, we're not trying to go to the spider waltz, right?
No.
So then just to the...
Okay. New unknown territory. So you continue straight. You hear activity going to your right, although this continues forward. The activity to your right seems like some sort of larger group of tents set up together, and you hear you see a sign that is labeled as the Whisper Market, and the Whisper Market does have 2 exits that continue forward. As you guys kind of continue past,
that sounds cool.
On the next path, it is actually dead end. So your only option is into this Whisper Market, which does have another exit coming out of it. On the other.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter the Whisper Market, someone next to you, it's a small halfling man. This is another groundskeeper kid. And he's just a young man. He kind of holds up some bottles and he goes, I have some bottled thoughts, courtesy of our benefactor here at the fair. The festival. The name day celebration, whatever it's called. So if you'd like a bottled thought, you could get positive thoughts, you could get negative thoughts. It's all up to chance. And he does offer this to you guys as you guys are walking through. there's whispers in here. Some of them could be good because, you know, he's got some divine-like powers. So would you like one? And he just offers them. Apparently they're for free since you made it here. You're making good progress through the maze. You're almost there, halfway.
Nemo will take a negative thought.
He goes, I can't actually determine which are which. I haven't opened them. So each one, and you see this wispy little white energy in each bottle. And he goes, you'll have to take a chance. Go ahead. A D4. Do you open it now or do you open it later?
D4. I'll open it into Kanari's ear. It's a 4.
I don't know why I can't add Kanari in. She doesn't have a little...
Her connection might be...
Okay, got it.
Bad.
What were you saying, Nathan?
I'll open it into Kanari's ear.
Got it. It does say that she has to have a camera or mic attuned to it to be added in. So I guess I can't do that right now. Oh, there she is.
Hi, sorry about that.
All good, all good. Nemo, what was the number?
4.
A 4. Got it. Okay, so you get a positive thought, and as you pop it open, you hear the thought, wow, I can really do anything I set my mind to. And you feel this burgeoning energy that seems to carry you up a little bit. It gives you a little positive energy. So you will now have advantage on your next ability check.
Well, that's Kanari. That's not me.
The person who drank... did you give it to her to pop open?
I had opened it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. If you opened it, it probably would have gone into your ear. So unless she opens her own, she wouldn't necessarily hear it.
What? Well, I said I opened it, like, to her.
Okay.
Like I opened it for her ear.
Got it. That works then. You open it in her ear and she hears this positive thought. And you grab one for yourself, Mr. Nemo?
No. I just wanted the one.
Okay. So then you guys continue past the Whisper Market. You come to a roundabout path. Do you wish to go left or right around the circle? You see a statue standing up at the center of this little haze bush that's at these, like, the kind of the median that the circle goes around.
We'll go left.
You go left, you find a path that takes you down. You walk and walk and walk. It curves around and you come to a dead end. So you back up, come back to the circle, and there's only one other option. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Six.
I rolled really low, but even then you do not pass. So you do not notice this as you're moving through. Miss Kanari could also roll me a perception check. Are you able to do that, Izzy?
Just tell Siri to roll a d20 for you.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Her audio's probably not coming through.
Oh no. Okay, I'll go ahead and roll for her.
Can you not hear me? Hello?
Oh.
Can you not hear
I can
me?
hear you
Yeah,
now.
I can't hear. Oh, thank goodness. I said I got a dirty 20. I rolled.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nope.
You, Miss Kanari does hear the sounds of rustling in the bushes at the distance. But as Kanari, you turn kind of like a little bit tense and you turn to it in reaction. You see a noseless owl flutter from the trees, from the hedge maze, and flutter into the sky. And it turns and looks at you with its like black eyes. You don't see this, but Nemo sees it turn and look at you with his little black beady eyes. and Kanari hears a woo, woo, as it drifts and flutters into the sky.
Was
You
that
did
an owl?
Do I know if that's one of Shy's owls or if it's a wild owl?
Roll me a nature check.
Shy's
With advantage,
owls
because you've spent-
were wild owls.
You spent time
Well,
in there.
that is true. But I literally have some in my room. What am I doing? Sorry, nature?
Yeah, with
3.
advantage. You have advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Because you slept in that room multiple times. So you're familiar with the amazing. Being terrible, you could not say for sure. It looks familiar in general that all our owls kind of look the same to you because you're not an animal person. So you're like, that's probably one of Shy's, but you couldn't say. As you continue forward, you come to 2 more options. Do you take option? Okay, so one option seems to continue deeper, and one turns right immediately. So one continues further south and deeper into the maze, and one kind of goes sideways for you.
We'll go deeper.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
continue-
let's go deeper.
And there's 2 right turns, one up ahead and one now. Would you like to take the one now or the one up ahead? This is so funny. This is so weird.
It's like the first one.
Okay. You look to the right and you see a small tent set at the center of a larger clearing. You see some different patrons milling about. Someone steps out of the tent and seems to be crying. Just pitiful tears coming down their face. And I don't know what it means. What did it mean? Is this the end? As he walks away from this tent, and you see a depiction of a horrific moth creature hanging above the tent flaps. And you've just arrived at the Moth Whisperer's tent.
Oh, Kanari. Well, it's your turn to take the lead.
Oh, it's my turn. What are we doing here exactly? You just said about a casket.
Well, the whole point of us coming here was for you.
I suppose. I just don't know what you expect to gain out of this.
I don't know. I heard some people talking about it, and I was like, it seems
That's
like
fine.
something
Let's
Kanari
just.
would want to do.
Yeah, okay. We should have a talk about what you think of me later, but that's fine. Yeah, I'll go push open the thing to the tent, I suppose.
Okay, you push inside. Nemo, do you stay outside then and don't go inside to hear her fortune? You don't personally have this interest, I would say, but it did strike you as interesting for Kanari. So it's up to you. Would you like to go in or not?
I'll follow in.
Okay. So you guys step
Drop
inside.
a little.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Nemo, because you can see, and a perception check, you, Kanari, for the things you can sense other than sight.
22.
A 22.
18.
18. Okay, so as you guys come inside, the main thing that strikes you, Kanari, right now is this strong scent of iron, the scent of decay, even the scent of creatures and rot. No, not rot. Just creatures and the scent of perhaps uncared for things, I suppose, like mothballs and ancient just the smell of being old, just the smell of oldness, not quite rot so much. And as you step in, Nemo, you see these beautiful, just not quite beautiful, but creepy, I suppose, decorations all the way around. There's these iron pieces of they look almost like flat iron coins, silver coins as well, that are decorating the circle around the little coffin inside this tent. And the coffin at the center has this silken lining on the inside. It's made of wood, and the wood itself is black. You're not quite familiar with what kind of tree would make black wood, or if it's merely painted black. But it seems like it's not merely painted. You see a creature at the center that you saw walking through the realms and calling people to this experience. The Mothman stands there with his lantern with buzzing moths all inside. He seems to be staring at it, but he looks up when you guys enter. Mr. Moth Whisperer, how do you greet your customers, your new patrons, as they enter?
Nemo and Canary, my children have said much about you. How fares your night?
It is funny that moths have so many fake eyes. Maybe we should paint one of those on Canary.
Who did someone put you up to this? Is this Thea or something? I don't know. Like, how do you know
No.
our
Something
names?
Thea would do.
You would scare off the predators. You know what they do? They have eyes on the back of their head.
Nemo, as you say this,
Yeah.
and you look at the back of her neck, she already has this like tattoo that seems to stare back at you also. Not quite of an eye, but close enough.
I can see plenty of things for what I need, but that doesn't explain how you know our names.
There are still a lot of people moving about on the outside of the tent, by the way, but there's no one inside the tent with you currently, except for the Moth Whisperer.
No, Hira scream.
Mm-hmm.
My children know all that step into my tent.
I'm sorry, you're saying that the moths are your children? How does that work?
Isn't that obvious?
Maybe.
You know, I'm not gonna ask, actually.
I mean, Shai says like the animals are his friends, so I guess it's only like one step further for him to be like, oh yeah, the moths are my kids.
Okay, well, so you can tell futures, is that what you're saying?
See what?
You can tell the future, is that what you're saying?
Yes, my children tell me your future, and I interpret it.
And what's your accuracy per se? Like 50-50? Are we talking 60-40?
Have you talked to anyone that has left?
I mean, there was someone crying.
Would you say that is accurate enough?
If it's the future, then they're crying now. What would have come true yet?
If they were...
The moths themselves kind of swarm around in the little lantern that he has, and a couple of them slip out and buzz around in the larger room. The lighting in here is so dim, though, that they are drawn to nothing here. You guys, Nemo, you can barely see. Canary, it's normal for you, but Nemo can, with his normal eyes, can barely see. So, do either wish to get your fortunes told by the Moth Whisperer?
I
We
mean, I've
see
already
what the
died,
plan-
so I can't
Yeah,
have that
I'll-
predicted, so
Yeah, I mean, fine, I'll do it. What have I got to lose? You don't seem like you're much of a threat, anyways.
Amazing. Okay, so Miss Canary, the Moth Whisperer motions toward his coffin. You sense it, and he doesn't seem to accommodate even blindness that he seems to grasp.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just slowly get in, hoping that Nemo's got her back if anything gets weird.
Moth Whisperer, do you have, would you like to describe how you tell this person's fortune? As this bald woman lays down in your coffin, her head brushes the top of it. She's so tall. But you accommodate even large people. He is very small, as a side note, guys. As you guys enter, he comes up to your guys' waist level, his height. He's very small, just like his little children.
So as she lies within, he raises the lantern and murmurs a prayer in a language that sounds too old for mortal languages. The moths fly out from the lantern. They swirl above the coffin like a living shroud, a blizzard of pale wings and silent omens. When they finally return to the lantern, some do not follow. Those that remain fall still upon the coffin's surface, their wings folding gently as if in sleep. The moth seer watches their number, their placement, their final stillness.
These moths, as they swarm over you, Canary, they come down. A few of them do. They descend upon you and land upon your person. And some of them land in certain places that seem significant to the Moth Whisperer himself. And he will read what that implies. Moth Whisperer. Oh, no. Miss Canary, go ahead and roll me a 100. But before that, roll me a d6 first. Roll me a d6 first, and that will determine how many times you need to roll the d100.
Ooh, Aaron, you can roll a d6 for me, please, if you're there.
Oh, actually,
someone.
no. Mr. Moth Whisperer, go ahead and roll me a d100 for.
Yes, I love it.
I'll roll you a d6.
Sorry, d6. Thank you, Zimmit. And then Daniel, you can roll it how many times he rolls.
10.
And
6.
Nathan, you can guide him to which one that is.
What's the 10?
It's two of the same shape.
Huh?
6.
Yeah,
You
these.
said a 6? Oh, there's a lot going on in Nari's future then.
Okay.
Okay, roll that d100, and I'll let you know, Daniel, over Discord what the portents have for Miss Canary.
One of them was 48.
That's a lot, yeah.
17, 48.
A 48, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And 62.
Okay. $62, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
41.
Wow. A 41, got it.
Is that? Oh. Thought that was 0.
No, it's 10
Okay.
for the.
Okay, what's the last ones?
So 48, 62, 41, 100.
Wait. 41, 100. Okay, 100, and what was the last one?
A 100.
28
That's
and
wild.
81.
A 100.
You
Mhm.
said a 28, and what was the last number?
81.
81. Okay, 28 and an 81. This is a lot of them. Maybe I should have done a D4, but this is still good.
Oh, these are good.
These are so good.
Oh, you have the
Mhm.
I'm nervous though. That's a lot of
Uh-huh.
I'm in danger.
reality.
literally what I'm
Okay, that's cool. Cool. And the last one's 100 and an 81 and a 28. Okay. 28 is okay, Dan, you described to me what 100 is. You just create it out of your mind because it's something that does not exist. One of your moths that lands is not a moth that's within your swarm of moths. You know every single name of each moth, but this is not one of them. You see some other moth that glows with this greenish, purplish glow to it, and you tell me what it means. You can just make whatever comes to mind up first.
Maybe give him the
Say it or like text you.
vibe.
Say it again.
I mean, like say it, like I'm telling them.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell. Go ahead and text me as I text you. Sorry, this will take a little minute of me explaining to you what you see, but it is kind of amazingly, weirdly accurate.
Isabel, show us.
It's like when I did the tarot readings for you guys in the other campaign.
I know, this is a little
It
creepy.
just, like all worked so weirdly perfect.
Okay, I'm going to write you the little spiel. Oh, okay. Okay, I think what's going to be easier here is if I just let you know, and we'll say that you are telling them this as I say it, because I think that'll be simpler than me trying to condense it into words on paper. So I'm going to just go ahead and explain. And we'll say this is coming out of the whisperer's mouth himself. So, first, the moth that landed is one of your favorites, Moth Whisperer. He calls him the Black Dog. And the Black Dog always tells of misfortune. You look to her leg to see what misfortune is coming in her way. You see the little moth you call the occultist. This little moth always lands here if there's someone here that should not be here. You look to her other leg. You see that your little wasp has landed on her foot. That means there's many a mob that comes. You look at a moth that has landed on her chest, almost above her heart. He's your little stairway. He's not negative. He's possibility. He is opportunity. There's something that could be gained, but also much that could be lost if you fall back down that stairway. You see also one that you recognize, or no, one that you do not recognize, and you describe it to me, as well as Kanari and Nemo. As you're just saying it, you're almost in this trance as you're communicating what these wasps are saying. There's 2 wasps left, one that you do not recognize and is different, and you're going to read it from the top of your tongue. But the last one that you do recognize, which is one of yours, you call funeral. And that could mean death. That could mean a lot of things. That could be the loss of someone you love, the loss of your life, the loss of someone that means your life. And what does the last one say?
Want me to?
This, I've never seen this before. Your soul will be rendered in 2. You will be in 2 different places at once.
And as he says that, Nemo, you see light coming into the edges of your vision because it's so dim, it's so dark in this room, but you see these glowing runes on the floor light up. Boom, 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 all around you. As you see the person who's crying collapse on the floor next to you. You look up and you see a man in this dark antler mask drop this crying woman's body on the ground. Her neck is slit and the blood has completed the circle of the silver and iron coins, decorating the floor and covering the runes you didn't notice before, sketched into the floor. The energy finishes the circle, the runes all lit up, and you see this bluish haze form around you in a cylinder. And he points at Kanari. He holds up a mithril pendant. Roll me a history check, Nemo, who can see.
Do I have? Am I?
No, Liz.
You smell blood dripping on the floor and pooling under this person. You remember the smell of this person's tears, and the salt on their cheeks is still there. It hasn't even dried yet, and they're already dead. Perhaps that was what the Whisper had told them before.
Am I in control of myself at this point?
Yes, you are in control of yourself in this moment.
Okay.
You
history.
You do not remember. You do not know. You are not aware of what happened before, Nemo. But you are in full control of yourself. And I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
What are you doing, Liz?
You hear movement outside of the tent. And his hand is still pointing at Kanari while he holds the mithril pendant. Nemo, what was your history check?
11.
You do not recognize this pendant. But go ahead and roll me initiative.
Wait,
We'll see you take up next time. Kanari, actually roll me a perception check.
I was about to say, is he speaking? First, do I recognize the voice?
He doesn't say anything. All you hear is the thump of a dead body and the smell of the blood pooling under him. You sense the presence of an individual, but go ahead and roll me a perception check as you take in a breath and try to understand what this is.
Okay, I got a 21.
A 21. You do recognize this scent. And you had actually gotten almost a distant smell similar to this person's scent, this person's natural scent before. except it was distorted. It smelled like someone else. Like perhaps there was someone else that had been near him who had come to you. You recognize this as someone who you had encountered back at the Aljaver estate. It's Amenhotep under a mask.
This friggin' guy.
And
The
he
guy Josh played.
in front of you. And
No.
Who?
you don't know why he's here. And go ahead and roll me initiative. Let's see where we start next time. I'll write these down. He points the finger at you, and he does take a step back. He's right at the edge of this circle that's now glowing. And Kanara, you feel this haze of energy overtake you. You feel burdened all of a sudden. And you're not sure why. What is your guys' initiative rolls?
20.
Okay.
16 for me.
Are Karhali and Zimit going to be
I was gonna
in
say,
this
are
initiative?
they anywhere near?
Zimit, Karhale, and I'm so sorry, but you guys will not be in this initiative currently.
Never mind.
You guys went to the other side.
The deer mask pulls up, and it was shy again.
Ah! But Nemo and Kanari, what are your guys' roles?
20.
I got a 19.
Nemo got a 20?
I know, it's really good. Good job, Nemo. I got a 19, and I did say I was finding Junyin, so is he with us as well?
He is not with you. I don't think you had found him. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I said I was going to find
I
him.
thought
so he
she
wasn't
said
by
that
himself
she
the
went
whole
to
night.
find him.
Well, she said she
But I
was
guess we
going
didn't,
to.
like... I guess I didn't ask if we did, so yeah.
I don't remember this encounter happening, and we didn't play it out, so unfortunately I don't think it's here. I'm so sorry. But
No worries.
Whisperer, who, Mr. Whisperer, you feel very confused as to why these people have entered your tent, but you do remember, so for some reason you allowed them to create this magical circle in the ground, and it didn't seem something to consider before. It was oddly not questioned by you, but now you're like, they're invading my space, my tent, my business. This cannot be done. Go ahead and roll me initiative as well, Mr. Daniel.
So, okay, question. I already did. Should I roll again or
No. You're good. What was your roll?
natural 1?
Oh no! You're still a little confused coming off. What was the full number though?
Where's that again?
Do you have a
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's a 1.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Unfortunate.
He's too
And
confused.
with that, I have it written down, so we'll be able to start there next time, as Amenhotep, for some reason, has it out for Miss Kanari in this moment. With that in mind,
spoke to Kanari in her head.
you don't know. But that will end our session here, and we'll take up there next time. Miss Isabel, I hope you enjoy your lights.
Show us the lights.
Oh my gosh. No. Oh, I mean, I would.
What?
I'll go ahead and end the stream.